You'll never drink after you hear this, I promise. so Grandma's sitting on her chair, and Grandpa brings her a bowl of menudo, and she's got it sitting on her fupa, and she's eating that fucking menudo, and she spilled some on the fupa, and she goes, Roy, hey, do you want to eat some menudo? And I was like, oh, hell no. I was sitting right there. I was like, I will never eat that shit again because she spilled it on her poopa. And then asked him if he wanted to eat some menudo.
Did she balance a bowl of menudo on her fupa?
She did. And then it spilled. I was like, oh shit. Never again. You cannot balance the menudo on a poopa.
Fupa lives matter.
I could never.
So when they came in, I put the hammer back on the fence. But I thought they were here because my wife made some oyster stuffing that was really good, honey. You really did it good.
Oh boy.
That's how you keep it. That's how you keep pussy happy.
Yeah. It's not what he said when you weren't in the room, Gina, just so you know.
What do you call the testosterone police?
That was me getting handcuffed by Mike as a woman. I'm not a woman. I'm not a woman.
So fast, you really got to watch it a few times to capture everybody. They go, listen, the cops show up. They go, there's a guy impersonating a pool guy. You didn't give him any money, did you?
Some idiots actually believed it was a pool guy. So I always want to double check. What is the latest pool update?
We're back up to 52.
52 grand? Right.
Already.
Let the games begin.
Good afternoon, everybody. Happy Monday. It's your Monday Mini.
Monday, everyone.
Monday Mini Sports Head. We figured out a way to get Andrew on the Monday show. How you doing today, brother?
Good.
All right. We decided that we wanted to add a segment to my BF Live kind of laugh every day show. And Andrew is our boy. And he always wants to come on live, but he goes to his program during the day, the work program. And also, he's not always available. So I said, we're going to do a little pre-tape and we're going to do a Monday Mini Sports Heads so people can have some Andrew love during the week. All right, Andrew. Hey, bro. So we were talking about, we said, hey, let's see what the hottest stories are over the weekend. And I talked to you earlier about this NHL fight last night. So it's the Stanley Cup Finals. The Vegas Knights were up 2-1. So it was critical that the Florida Panthers were trying to really win this game and tie the series 2-2. I'm going to show you some video from the third period as the game ends, and it kind of gets kind of really rough here. So let me go ahead and share this right now. This was a really kind of brutal ending to the game, and you see how these series get real serious. Check this out.
Here's Montour to the far circle, back out, 10 seconds. Reinhart fires, it's blocked. That's got to be a broken stick.
Watch particularly around the goalie at the end of the game, Andrew.
Save made by Hill. Bennett looking for the puck. Puck's out in front. Oh!
Look, they're still slapping away. Look, the goalie gets up. Look, he just starts going hard. This is at the whistle, bro. Fights breaking out all over the place. Look, he's got his stick around the back of his neck, Andrew. What do you think about that shit? Look. He's like trying to wrench his helmet off his head, bro. People in the crowd are throwing shit on ice. It got out of hand real quick. Look, he's still beating guys with his stick. With their shit, throwing water bottles and shit. That's just uncalled for.
There should be suspensions and or fines.
Yeah, Andrew, this is a particularly brutal fight at the end of a losing effort. And this guy, Kachuk, he was the guy that had the stick around the guy's neck, wrenching his helmet. Here's some more replay. Watch your lower left-hand part of the screen near the goalie.
But watch him in front of the net, too white. The puck's going to work itself back to the front of the net. He has no stick, and Kachuk has it. And
look at this. And then here, look. The whistle blows. Look, this is how close. Look at that. He was a skate away. Look, these guys are trying to knock it in, Andrew, at the end of the game to force overtime. Here's your overhead shot. Tried to move it around them. Great positioning by that goalie. And then it just goes all to hell. Look at the goalie come out like a bull.
Breaks loose. You had a wrestling match in
The goalie had no shits given. He was like, time to throw down, assholes.
We want to thank Bleacher Report for that video. That's their stuff. But yeah. So what did you think about that ending last night, bro? I saw that. I was like, whoa.
There should be fine and or suspensions.
Maybe, because that was particularly brutal. It was at the end of the game. And we've talked about this in other episodes of the Full Sports Heads, that there's a fine line between sports violence and actual violence, Andrew. And some of these more brutal fights and cases have led to like criminal charges and all. So we'll have to see if anything comes from that. The hockey guys are hardy people in general, but I do suspect there might be some kind of suspension coming for that wrenching the stick around the neck, Andrew, because I know the league don't take too kindly to using the stick in a violent way like that. You know, slapping with a stick and yanking a guy around his neck is two different things. So, but that was cool. So, Andrew. What's up, everybody? We are here. It's Monday. BF Live. What's going on? What's happening, everybody? Let's bring our friend Bobbynic in from the Great White North. We got our friends here. It's BF Live. We got coffee, pods. We got friends. We got everybody here. It's so great seeing everybody in the chat so early before the show. I see Ian Hawk. I see Tiff. I see Sunday Jenna. Obnoxious John. Kay was in there early. Red Bob Levy quotes. Of course, my boy Chris Abels, just all of our friends. It is so great to see everybody here. Happy Monday. It's kind of a dreary one here on the East Coast, but we're here to turn it around. I watched a little of the BS show. I watched most of the BS show, actually, as much as I could, not being distracted by little prep that I'm doing for this. Let's see. I love some of the great comments, and everybody said, look, Ian Hawk, what's up, bro? Checking in, saying, hope you're all having a great start to your week. That's the darker screen, so I'm not so... Whoa, listen. Okay, let's see. Sonny Jenna, I would like to see a live hockey game sometimes. Always looks so exciting. Jenna, it is. It's really in person. It's a whole different thing. When you see guys that are like 6 foot plus, like basketball players or football players, and they're skating around, it's really TV doesn't know justice. So I would highly recommend it. Even if it's minor league, it's very exciting. Good morning or good afternoon. Glad to see you. Red Bob Levy quote saying, always great fights in the playoffs. Yeah. And we showed that one at the end of the game that almost went to overtime the other night, game 4. That was just hey, we're kind of pissed because we lost the game thing. Let's see. Obnoxious John, have a great show, guys. Sorry, not into sports. That's okay. See? But then I think I see y'all down here. I think I tricked you, didn't I? Let's see. Kay checking and saying, thanks, Ian Hawk. And then he goes, oh, you tricked me. Ha ha. You son of a bitch. That's why I put a disclaimer out there letting you know it was part of our pre-reel. I'm trying to make our boy Andrew part of the day show. Like I said in the package, he does a day program, and he's not available to do stuff during the day. Right, Bobbynic?
Yeah, I thought that was a really good addition to the show. And yeah, Mini Sports says that's the perfect way to fit Andrew in here.
Thank you. I'm always trying to adjust and adapt. I'm always excited to see so many people showing up here. We got 15 live right now, and I know a lot of you watch after the fact. So I'm always thinking, I do kind of take Saturday and Sunday off, not being on air, but I'm never really stopped thinking or stop doing podcasting in my brain. So
right.
It's good to see everybody. It's I am that. Let's see. Great opening reel again, BF. Thank you, Jenna. I appreciate the feedback. Stormee with the question mark for Tiff. Hey, Tiff, how you doing? And Bobbynic. How high am I? I'm so high right now. I don't know where I am right now, Tiff. I'm so high. JT, what's up? Like Scott Stapp and Creed. Scott, I have to say that 10 times. Like Scott Stapp in Creed. Looking to be taken high. Can you take me higher? Let's see. That clip was wild. Yeah, that clip was wild. LOL. Tiff, I'm here backstage. Okay, well, let's bring her in then. I'm sorry. First, she was just she just had her camera off, so I didn't know she was ready. But now let's bring on our co-host and friend and our graphics goddess, Stormee. What's up, Stormee?
Hi. I had a wardrobe change.
I see wearing the overalls there.
Yeah, with my strap.
You're not gonna call it a wardrobe malfunction. You're calling it a wardrobe change.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
That's probably best. Well, how you doing today?
I'm okay. How are you?
All right. That's why I didn't bring you in right away, because I saw that you didn't have your camera on, so I figured there was a good reason for that.
Yeah, I don't know how people do this. This is driving me nuts.
Well, you are Jake's sister, so I mean, you should have it in you to be able to do that.
Yeah.
So it's good. You're rocking the overall look. Well, it's good to see everybody here today. I was doing a lot of production yesterday, so I always like to watch things when I'm doing production for the show. And I did see you guys like kind of Bobbynic over there on No Filter. I know Stormee's always lurking in the background mostly. She's not so much on camera, but she's making it happen in the background like she does for all of us. But how long were you on yesterday there, Mr. Bobbynic?
We were on for 8 hours.
8 freaking hours. Holy crap.
Yeah. It was a good
8 hours.
It was a good one. Yeah.
You don't know how many times I've been tempted to mess with you guys, because typically if I do catch you late, it's kind of almost when you're signing off, because I'm doing production shit. And I'm like, I'm going to jump in now and I'm going to extend the show and see how long I can extend the show. So I'm going to try that one time. So beware. As soon as I heard you signing off, and I'm like, I'm going to jump in with the link like right away. The double intro broke my brain. All right, Tiff. Yeah, I'll try to psych you on the countdowns. I'm just kind of giving people anticipation, like you see that countdown, you go, I got to watch something. So, I wanted to let everybody know that Andrew was kind of with us, but we're not really doing a strictly sports show. Jake Hudson Chic, Tiff says. Look at that. There you go. You are Jake Hudson Chic. Stormee is wearing the 1923 edition of the Jake Hudson collection. Very good.
I just gotta say though, she looks really good. Like I don't think I've ever seen somebody look so good in fucking overalls. Yeah.
Overall, you look good. Oh, yeah. There you go. Overall. Let's see. And someone's notoriously missing. I don't know if he's still sleeping or maybe he can't make it. I know, Scott, this is always his suit to be up kind of even this hour of the day, but I know he's been making an effort to get up early for Coffee and Pods or BF Live or just hanging out. So hopefully, if he wakes up at some point,
looks like today he shit the bed on that one.
he shit the bed on that one. You think so?
He might be crashing from all the long shows and just needs some rest. I haven't talked to him.
Yeah. It probably is because like Scott, he's on there with No Filter. They do Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm going to be part of the Tuesday show now, and then they do weird stuff for who knows how many hours on Saturdays and Sundays. So I know they did like 8 hours yesterday, and I know it does get to be a lot, and sometimes you need a break. So if the man needs a break, we understand. Sharing clothes with Jake, Justice says. Obnoxious John also says wearing Jake's clothes. Yeah,
I won't go that far. I did go purchase my own.
Right.
Yeah, that's good. You mean you didn't ask Jake to send you some? Like you send him shirts, you didn't go, hey Jake, send me some overalls, Jake.
And these are the shorts kind, so I don't think that Jake wears the shorts ones.
But what if he does? That's
maybe
what's terrifying.
He will.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's terrifying. No, Jake, no booty overalls for Jake, no. But now we're like a think tank because Jake needs like his own line of overalls. He needs the Jake Hudson collection of overalls, right?
I think that would
you do
that fly off the shelves.
Wouldn't you like that? Yeah, you like booty overalls and different kind of stuff.
Right.
Could you imagine that?
That'd be funny.
Kay says, I like overalls. Overall, I like overalls. There you go. Wow.
You know, I might actually wear these when I'm gardening and stuff. I can see where they might come in handy, actually.
Yeah, I guess they were originally made for a purpose, not for a fashion statement, right, Stormee? Because they have many pockets and they cover you up and they give you some kind of protection. So I imagine, the farmers kind of made them up originally.
Yeah.
What's up? It's our friend Shayna. She gets a kiss and she gets applause. Good morning, Shayna. Hi, BF, Stormee, and Bobby. JT, get a red shirt and be his Mario.
Oh, yeah. He wears that yellow shirt sometimes, too. I tried to look for a yellow one, but I don't have any yellow shirts.
Yeah, yellow is an odd color. Like yellow and green, I don't know much of them. Plus, when you're podcasting now, I can't really wear green shirts. So
I know.
Otherwise,
I almost did that one time.
Yeah, I look like a floating head the one time I did it. I did it before a show, and I'm like, well, it's actually not a bad special effect. So kind of low budget special effects there. Did Jake get his pool yet? Well, I haven't heard from Jake over the weekend. I messaged him and asked him if he wanted to be part of the show today. But I guess Scott, a lot of people need a break from this stuff.
Right.
But did you guys hear if Jake got his pool? I heard him bragging about that he might be getting it like a couple days ago.
I hope that's why we haven't heard from him. Maybe he's busy swimming or working on his pool because we haven't heard from him. And I messaged him and stuff, and he just is MIA.
Yeah, he's
Shout
MIA.
Up to
and, hopefully you're okay, Jake.
Shout out to Obnoxious John. I always like to shout him out when I play his track right there, by the way. The OG. How are you guys doing? We're doing good. How are you doing, Shayna? All right, very
great,
good.
Shayna. Hey, good to see you enable your name there. Now we know
what
the hell you are.
Yeah.
Oh, good point, Bobbynic. That's right. Yeah. She stepped up her game a little bit, didn't she? How about that?
That's right. She did. Yeah, she figured it out.
Very
I'm
good,
going to go get
Shayna.
some Kit Kat cereal today.
Right.
I have to try it. Shayna.
Kit Kat. So that's something you discovered on the many hours on No Filter. Does she like Kit Kat cereal?
And Puppy Chow.
And Puppy Chow, yeah.
Whoa. Wait a minute.
Okay. Now, let's clarify this. It's not actual dog food Puppy Chow. There is a version of Puppy Chow that is for human consumption.
Yes. I think another name for it is Muddy Buddies, or there's another name too, but I can't think of it. But it's like Chex Mix, peanut butter, chocolate, and powdered sugar.
Okay. So it's not like literally you go to a store and you get some mix or whatever. You got to do it yourself.
I think you can buy it pre-made too, because I've bought it at the gas stations before.
Wow. Kit Kat cereal, huh, Shayna? Well, everybody has their thing. I know I showed you guys that night that we I'm hooked up to my Ethernet cable, but I still see me jumping a little bit.
A little bit.
I know I showed you guys that night. I think it was on No Filter, one of the shows we did, my candy shelf. So I got a strong candy game too. So
that's more candy than I think I've ever seen anybody have at one time.
I had fun with that.
A lot of candy, yeah.
I had fun with that.
Man.
We're gonna go back and clip that. That was a lot of freaking candy.
That was. I said I did a first wave and then I did a second wave because I always been a candy guy and I thought I slowed down when I got older until I saw that candy shelf and I'm like, maybe I didn't slow down. So let's see. Catch up with some of these comments here. I think let's see. He loves the By the Way song. Yes, we all do.
There's
Red Bob
many
Levy
of them now.
What all there's Red Bob Levy songs?
Whoever songs there, the By the Way songs. There's.
I didn't mean to say Red Bob Levy song. Yeah, I got my reading one thing and saying another.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I don't know who does all of them now.
Well, Mike Morse is like trying to come up with different versions. So every time they say By the Way, they have a different version of By the Way to play. But yeah. So I was watching that today. Do a little BS wrap up here. I saw Husey was the guest. That guy Husey from Ireland or whatever. You see him talking about? Yeah. Yeah, he's a nice guy. I was had a little exchange with him over the weekend because I saw that he was at that Wu-Tang concert. And to me, that's just an odd juxtaposition to see just all those terribly white people at a hip hop concert. I don't know if it's, I don't know what it is, but it's just funny. He's pulling a Chad. Let's see. Is Jake running a pool scam? Maybe.
I don't know.
Never know. Yes, Shayna fixed her stuff so we can see her. Very good. Shine your life away to Facebook, and now your stuff passes through. Max Brangle, what's up, local guy, says Dairy Queen has a blizzard called Puppy Chow.
Now that's actually exactly what she was eating like every day for like 2 weeks.
Yep.
So every time she come on the show, she would talk to us about these Dairy Queen blizzards with Puppy Chow.
That's some kind of diet. Look, there she is. Look, she saw it. She says, "Yummy, yummy."
Shayna's got a sweet tooth.
Where's the pick? We talking about Jake's pool? I'm not sure what we're talking about. Where's the pick?
Maybe, or the blizzard, but
or the blizzard, yeah.
Maybe the pool, but I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, and like he says, his is above ground. Yeah, and then so the show started out a lot like they normally do in the morning for the BS show on a Monday morning. It's good to start with that show. And like I said, Husey was the guest, and he was talking about being over at the Wu-Tang concert. Oh, and my back and forth was him. I typed in hip hop Husey, and I sent it as the comment to the picture. And later on, he tagged someone else in it, and he said, "Hey, so and so, get on this." And so then I responded Cardiff like with a cease and desist, and then I said, I qualify it unless I get in a cut of it too. So he liked that. We had a nice little exchange. Hughes is a cool guy. I know he's seen us on Coffee and Pods before on this show. So shout out if you're watching Hughes. Maybe we can have you on sometime. I know it's like, 5-6 hours or more ahead. It's the afternoon a lot of time there. So he's drinking pints of Guinness this time of the day.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's weird whenever you see him with people that are more like in our time zones and they're like live with him on their shows or something, because you see the difference in like the environment. It kind of throws me off sometimes.
Yeah, and like I said, it's a morning show for me, so when I see him drinking all that, I'm not a big Guinness guy anyway, and I see him drinking Guinness sometimes. He does the Friday show. I was surprised to see him on Monday because they're trying to make him kind of a regular on Friday, which I think that would be a cool thing, but I guess they wanted to talk to him since he went to that Wu-Tang concert, so that was kind of interesting. Yeah.
But that
and then
was
Bob,
I gotta be honest. I missed the whole BS show this morning.
I always go back and watch it.
All right, I watched it, so I'll discuss it. We'll just go back and forth because I'll do a little wrap up. But that's what. So Husey was on. That was his thing, kind of talking about that. But then they got on to talking about, a lot of the Kevin or the this one, that one comes up, and all of a sudden Jim Florentine came up, and Bob went really hard at Jim Florentine, talking
I've
about
heard his name a lot recently.
Yeah, talking about, hey motherfucker, you want to come for me and all this shit, and I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, well, it's all over Chad. It's all over Chad.
It is. But the only thing that I can recall I ever heard Jim say out of the way about Bob is that one day when they weren't sure if Bob was ever going to show up for MLC again, they had Florentine sit in, and they were kind of just doing the light Barb's thing, like with Bob this and Bob that, but he was kind of talking a little bit of shit about Bob and where his place is, or where he's not what he used to be, or things of that nature. But he must have said something more recently that really pissed off Bob to have him go after Florentine.
Yeah,
and he was accusing Florentine of buying jokes, or bringing up that he's buying jokes from Mike Morse.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
And it was-
I mean, I think a lot of comedians do buy jokes. I think that's
Yeah.
just part of the business. But some of them write them their own, all
Yeah,
their
but
jokes themselves.
I guess if it's true
Yeah.
what Bob's saying, it is kind of funny if you're talking about what kind of comedian you are compared to someone else, or what kind of comedian someone isn't.
Yeah.
But then you're buying your material.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So maybe.
I
Go
never
ahead.
realized buying jokes was a thing until
Yeah.
like recently. Like I knew that people write with them and they collab. I didn't realize that you actually go buy them. I just thought it was like you get
Yeah.
together with somebody and you kind of like brainstorm and
Yeah.
that kind of thing. I didn't think
Yeah.
it was like buying jokes like that.
Yeah, apparently it does go beyond collabing, and people do like songs or whatever. They sell jokes to each other. Like they think of a joke
Yeah.
might sound better if they need money or whatever. I kind of just picked up on that by being a fan of Howard Stern and just hearing what these guys were up to and all that. Joke purchasing is kind of a thing, and some comedians will just steal them straight out. You know, I think Carlos
I'm gonna
Mencia
start
has
writing
been-
jokes and see if I'm good at writing them.
Yeah, sell a
Start
couple.
selling
See, get-
jokes.
yeah, start selling a couple jokes. Come on.
Right.
Yeah, no, that was a
That's
joke
it.
in itself. I think.
There you go. See, there's your first joke right there.
Yeah.
Okay. What's it say? Bob versus, hey, Bob, why you shitting on me, Bob? I didn't do
Oh,
nothing
gosh.
to you, Bob. Like, what the fuck is going on, Bob? Bob, like, I turned on the show and you're shitting on me. And like, what the fuck did I do? Let's see. I'll buy jokes from Mike Moore's. I was like, Bob, what the fuck? Why you shitting on me, bro? Let's see. They want you to think they're naturally funny. Naturally funny. Chuckles. What's up? Matt from Bombastic. I talk to you later too, Shayna. I talk to you later. See ya.
Bye, Shayna. Bye,
Yeah.
Shayna.
Bye, Shayna.
Bye,
Bye, Shayna. See ya.
Shayna.
Bye, Shayna.
Bye, Shayna.
See you, Shayna. For those of you not in the know, that's a little sample of the bit they do when Shayna leaves the show. It's kind of one of those things where she don't know quite when to leave, and they will never kick her out. So there you go. Kay says, I write jokes when I'm high as fuck, and I think they're hilarious. And then I wake up in the morning sober, and I realize I'm not funny.
Yep.
You got
I've
to
been
keep
there.
at. You got to keep at that because that's something for a while. You know, I always like talking funny and all, but writing things down is not something I always did early on in my love of comedy or whatever. But the more I got to listen to comedians and their system and how they do things, I actually started writing down just jokes and
I
premises.
do too. I write
should, yeah.
down things that I think, but then some of them aren't really funny whenever I tell them, like retell
and
them.
that's the whole thing, and it's a great thing that you learn. This is my book right here, NASCAR. Well, I'll tell you what, I got a binder right here. This is my binder. I work right here, but I do, and you actually write, like, because you think, well, I'm not a writer, but yeah, it is good to write, even if you're high as fuck, because then you might not remember the next day. And what if it's a good line? So you should always write something. And there are some premises where I go back in my joke book and I'm going, what the fuck was I thinking? You know, like
yeah.
Do you do that too?
I'm that person that always finds myself in the strangest circumstances and I don't know how I got there. So I kind of write jokes about that if I can.
Well, that's good, Stormee. And I always say that you don't have to make up humor. Life is funny in itself.
Yep.
It's all about how you observe it and how you pay attention to it. And when you look at it and like this, like what the fuck is going on kind of angle to life. So I always say that the jokes are always out there and humor is always in front of us. You just have to be looking for it.
I'll bring one next week and try to tell it and see if it executes, but I might bomb, just so you know.
Okay, we'll try that. But I right. And so I might not necessarily write jokes. I'll like premises or little mini
Yes,
stories.
that's kind of what it is. But most of mine are about the true things that are so bizarre that happen.
Well, there's nothing funnier than the truth sometimes, Stormee. You know, I think they talked about that on one of the shows. I think Shuli was saying it, where you try to change the facts and you try to embellish when all you really have to do is just tell the truth the way it happened. And 9 times out of 10, there's something humorous about the way people relate and in the truth. Let's say. I'm so high right now. I write jokes. That's fun. That's great.
So funny.
That's great. I like that because it's very honest of you, Kay, to admit that, and it's something that we've all kind of done. I think we've all kind of been there. You know, they even have like I think they had like high think tanks where people get high, and and they think of the most outrageous ideas because it really like opens your mind. Like, whoa, bro! Like, what if we could go like skiing like on the moon, bro? Like or something, you know? And they'll just throw these far fetched ideas out there. So. You know, there's something to be said. There's a.
I was watching a movie it was a show on Netflix the other day, and it was about these people were brainstorming at their job in order to come up with, good stuff for their job and like catch lines and stuff for whatever they were promoting. They were taking shrooms. So, I mean, people, I guess, do that.
Yeah, some people they think
microdosing. I hear a lot about this microdosing.
I don't know anything about it, but yeah, that's what they were doing.
I heard about it somewhere. I don't know. Yeah, I've never done anything.
Me either.
Like that. Nothing harder than weed for this guy right here.
Me either. That's all you need, though, I think.
You need that Bob Levy energy to write jokes. Yeah, and it's an energy, it's an attitude, it's definitely, because Bob is, if you fans of Bob Levy know, if you really know him, he's not necessarily a joke writer or a deliverer.
Yeah,
he's more comical about he's a situational comic.
Right.
Yeah, you put him in a situation and he's like on the spot about it, like right there, he can come up with whatever.
And you saw it live, because that show that you went to, it kept changing. People were getting up, moving back and forth, shouting out things. They would say stuff based on what he would say, and he would riff off of that. So that's what I love about the different levels of comedy. There's some people that write, like Ray always talks about, get back to writing jokes. We got to write jokes, but I don't hear too many of these jokes he's writing. But Bob doesn't necessarily go out and tell like zinger jokes. Charlie from NYC, was Dylan Mulvaney at Shroom a related incident? I don't know. What's up, Charlie from New York? Welcome to BF Live, Coffee and Pods and Friends. We meet here every Monday at 12 noon East, and we not only talk about, we have coffee. Matter of fact, where is mine? Let's see, look at this. I have my official Coffee and Pod mug.
Yeah.
You could find one of them on coffeeandpods.com if you so choose. But
we
not only like to talk about coffee and pods, we like to talk about just life and everything in general. And we're glad you're here doing it with us.
And I don't drink coffee, so I drink pop with you guys.
All right. Well,
you know what? You can still put it in a mug.
I could.
All right, you're right, Stormy, because I'll give you some behind the scenes information. This is actually soda in here. Soda, see, so I did that too. So whatever you choose, coffee and pods, soda and pods, water and pods, as long as you're here with us, we're glad you're here. All right. Yeah, so I thought that was interesting. And then they went over yet another Chad meltdown.
Wow.
Another.
When isn't there a Chad meltdown to go over?
Right, another Chad meltdown from a hotel room. And I was kind of surprised that the guys invested so much time in this morning, because it just seemed like more of the old, more of just what's been going on, Bobbynic.
Yeah, I mean, like, I remember we were stream sniping this. I think it was on Saturday.
Okay.
And yeah, I mean, I seen the part, like, he was really going off about everything, and then all of a sudden he got to the part where he picked up what wasn't it, a chair?
It was a chair, like a desk chair.
He threw it on the bed, and it was like, what the hell?
Yeah, if I really didn't care in a moment of anger, I don't think I would have picked up a chair, completely turned around and threw it on the bed. I would have just, like, so I don't know. Some of it feels so staged to me, but I don't know.
Well, I think there is an air of desperation to him doing stuff now, because he's not on his regular monetized channel. He's just out there fishing for things and throwing links out there, as far as I can tell, and just more lashing out at people. So I was surprised that they spent so much time as they did on it this morning.
Yeah.
Kay's got it. Beverages and pods. I like that.
There you go.
Oh, it's called pop, not soda.
Oh, gosh.
Now don't you, them's just fighting words, damn it. Let's not get into this regional shit there, Chuck.
What about soda pop?
There we go. Soda pop.
Some of those pop people don't accept that. They don't want no word of soda or whatever. I got the sody water. I'm drinking the sody water.
What does it say on your can? Does it say like carbonated beverage? Does it say soda? Does it say, because ours usually say, I think some of ours say soda.
Mine just says caffeine-free Pepsi. I'm drinking caffeine-free, so I don't get so much rot gut.
I wonder if it says anything. But if it doesn't, where does the soda come from? Does it say soda?
On my can it says soda, yeah.
Okay.
So duh. Let's see. Obnoxious John says we call it pop in Cleveland. Yep.
Oh, we call it pop here too.
I'm always fascinated by regional terminology. I've even watched shows on the History Channel about how, because of the way we immigrated this country, how we have different regional slang and dialect and nicknames for things, and I like fascinated by that stuff.
Me too. Sometimes I get confused though with certain terms, and I have to go look them up because I don't know what Bobbynic's talking about with some stuff. I'm like, wait, is that the same thing? Or I'll have to ask him.
Mm-hmm.
I know, right?
Yeah, we always have to do like some Canadian translations when we're talking to Bobbynic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But let's see. Got some things up here. All right. Well, glad that you threw with us today. We hope Scott's well doing whatever he's doing, and we're glad everybody's here. Let's talk about the national days. Let's get into the national days we like to do. Let me share this with you. Matter of fact, I got a little intro, not an intro, but a little graphic I can throw up here. If I can find it. Boom. There we go. Ooh. Set my whip together real quick. It's National Calendar Day. Let's check it out. We always like checking the national calendar. It occurred to me that it seems like every day is a national holiday for something. So I like going to the national holiday calendar and seeing what is the national days of today, du jour. So let's see. Today, I think we're going to cover this one, but I'll read through all of them. It's International Kachaka Day. Kachaka. We're going to go over that one. It's International Falafel Day. It's also World Day Against Child Labor, which I should be every day, I think. Let's see. It's also National Peanut Butter Cookie Day. It's National Jerky Day. Jerky Day. Yeah.
Andrew would like that one.
For multiple reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. All right. It's also National Loving Day. And that's an interesting story. It's a little deep story, but it has to do with racially mixed couples, and the couple name was actually Loving, so it has more to do with loving. And I won't go into it, but it just has to do with the making it legal to have interracial marriages and relationships. It's also National Red Rose Day. But I said I was going to get into this International Kachaka Day. Let's check this one out, because when I saw Kachaka, I said, what the fuck is Kachaka?
Yeah,
so let's see. Let's all learn together what Kachaka is. Kachaka Khan. Kachaka Khan. Kachaka Khan. Nope, that's not it. Let's see. Get my reading goggles on, and we will learn that International Kachaka Day, every year on June 12th, International Kachaka Day celebrates the Brazilian-made drink called Kachaka. It is also a day to learn more about this distilled spirit made exclusively in Brazil. It says, hashtag International Kachaka Day. Kachaka is made from fresh sugar cane juice. Interesting. The clear liquor is spicy, sweet, and fruity. How about that for a combination?
There you go.
They say it is Brazil's most popular drink, and by law, distillers can only make it in this South American country. Kachaka is also used to make Brazil's national cocktail, Caifinha. There you go. So, have you guys ever heard of Kachaka?
Can't say that I have. No.
Isn't that something? I've never heard of a distilled spirit made of sugarcane juice. I thought it was something. See, that just goes to show you that people will take, even from the earliest days, they'll just take anything and figure out how to get a buzz with it.
Yeah.
Right.
Take that plant right there, that sugar plant, I'm gonna get a buzz with it. But if you can see these bottles, I don't know if you can see this detail, but look inside of these bottles, that they have this weird tradition where they infuse it with a crab. There's crabs in those bottles.
No.
So
No.
That's what's in those bottles right there. That's another thing that drew me to it. And I looked up.
No, I'm out.
Like,
I'm out.
I'm out. Yeah. Like, I eat steamed crabs here on the East Coast, but I wouldn't eat one like infused. So you get, what was it, like crab, like, and then I don't know how they got it in the bottle. I don't want to know how you get it out. So it's more involved than I thought, but I like learning stuff. So hope everybody learned something about International Kachaka Day. All right. Kachaka. Let's see.
Yeah, the only thing I want to know is how they get it in the bottle.
Yeah, Stormee, like all these questions started rolling last night when I'm reading up and I'm doing the research. I'm like, first of all, like, what is that in that bottle? And then, like, how did they get it in there? And why is it even necessary? And why is my shit jumping even though I use Ethernet cable?
Though, your voice is fine. It's just the image. I don't know. So we understand you. So that's really what matters, I guess.
That's good. That's good for podcasting. All right, let's see. Thank you. Let's see what we got here. FKA Mammy saying, giving the hearts. What's up, Mammy? What's up? We love seeing our friends. Hey, here's our newest friend. You get a kiss too. P.S. Ari Jane. We're going to talk about you a little bit later on the show, and that we had a great time hanging out with you on No Filter and Friends.
That's right.
With Andrew. It was really great time with Andrew and Friends, I should say, whatever you like to say it. Let's see. Chuck says, I believe was the same drink used in Two Girls, One Cup. Come on.
Oh, man.
All right, let's see. Yes, Ari Jane, nice to see you. Nah, it was fun. There's nothing to be worried about. We were just talking about how we had a great time with you because, we're kind of chill. We're on the fun side of things, and we really enjoyed how you came in and had fun with us, and we're just going to talk about that. So we love having you as a new friend. There we go. Stormee is beautiful. There you go.
Yes, even in overalls.
Even in overalls.
Overall, she said, you're beautiful. Boom. There we go. All right. I like to just talk about a little bit about this day in history. I think we can get some interesting stuff off of that. When I look this up, look at the picture right there. You see, Anne Frank. It's the picture they always goof with on the shows, right, Stormee?
Yeah.
Right.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So I was like, is this like a goof page? Because they always have that picture, and I was pleasantly surprised to see that Anne Frank doesn't look like bug-eyed like they depict her on the Shuley Network shows. They have fun with that doctored up picture of hers. But I was reading up on her. Of course, a very very serious life, reading her diaries and just amazing human story. So that today June 12th was her birthday in 1929. Also this day. On 1991, Boris Yeltsin was easily elected president of Russia. It was still part of the Soviet Union then, in the republic's first direct popular elections, and he was president of independent Russia until the eve of 2000. So, there's some not so great things you like to remember, like on this day in 2016, the mass killing happened at the Pulse nightclub in Orlando. The odd story around that is that happened in the Disney Springs area, and I was in Orlando. I was in Disney Springs the night that he was contemplating going there to do his work. Whoa. Me and my family were actually there. Really? We were in the hotel the next day when we heard the story of the Pulse nightclub being shot up, and it was said that he attempted to go to the shopping district of Disney Springs. So that was horrifying. I mean, here I live in Baltimore, which is notoriously bad for crime, and I'm like, what the fuck? I got to get back to Baltimore where it's safer, because Orlando was getting shot up at the time. I mean, so
shit's popping off. Gotta go.
Shit was popping off. It was crazy. I can't believe that. So let's see. Oh, look at it. Ari Jane says you look especially in overalls.
Thank you.
I like that.
How about that? Yeah. Okay. And then she looked at it. She says, "Whoa. Okay. Whoa." Okay, she's loving them overalls. Yeah.
I think the only thing I'm not going to like is when I have to go pee, because you got to take everything off.
I thought there were other situations where women had like those full jumpers where you had to do that anyway.
Yeah, I never bought those just for that reason. I didn't want to take it off every time I had to go to the bathroom.
Well, now that you say that, I never contemplated that. Is there a D hole in overalls?
Well, not in these ones. I guess they're shorts. I can just pull them over.
Yeah, like you got me pondering things. Like, wait a minute, if it's a problem for you, it's got to be a problem for a guy too. And then it made me like, is there a D hole in overalls? Because I don't really rock overalls, so I really don't know. So let's see. You need some you need some overalls with a D hole in them.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, see, we got ideas here. We got the Jake collection. We're going to have booty overalls. We're going to have overalls with D holes in them. We're going to have everything for you. We're going to be making all kind of shit. Look at that. See, she says you need a shiwi. We talked about shiwi in other episodes, haven't we, on other shows, right? And what I said, basically, you just like piss in a funnel, more or less, right?
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is.
It's like piss.
I don't get it.
I mean, I don't have your parts and I don't know your logistics down there, but to me, the way I look, I'm like, you could just put a funnel on her and get the same thing as the shiwi.
Yeah, I think so. I think, maybe it's like more of a silicone, but they make like silicone funnels too, so I don't know.
And one last thing of note that I'll point out, because it was particularly notorious in history, is that in 1987, when the Berlin Wall was still up between East and Western Germany, it said, speaking about the Berlin Wall as he stood at the Brandenburg Gate in Berlin, U.S. President Ronald Reagan famously entreated the Soviet leader, Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall. So that was a big moment in history, and that wall is gone. And I have seen parts of the Berlin Wall in the museum that we have down here in Washington, D.C. So, and you see the actual the graffiti on it and all, and it really it gives you a sense of what just a small sense of what these people way must have lived. Hey, it's our friend Jerry Lahane checking in. What's up, bro?
Jerry.
Love seeing everybody here. So let's see. Stop sharing that. Boom. All right. Yeah. Oh yeah. So also on the BS show this morning, Bob was doing Gina somehow found big portions of Bob's cooking segments that he.
Oh, I saw that part. Oh my god.
Yeah, she's been sharing them up on Twitter and everything.
Really?
So
I only seen like the rare video here and there, and I heard them talk about for a while like Bob couldn't remember the password, and so they couldn't get access to that page or some of those things. So I guess maybe Gina figured out some stuff.
That's fine.
And she also said they're outtakes. So I think we have some great content coming from back in the day for the Shuley Network of Bob Levy from back when his not so healthy days. Let's see. P.S. Sarah Jane.
He was making a meatloaf. Is that what he was making?
But yeah, he was making. Yeah, I'll take this over. Good. He's making a deer loaf, and it was so
loaf,
funny.
okay.
Deer loaf. It was venison. Yeah. I think I put up the line. I wrote, "Deer loaf, I'm gonna cook you now." And she really thought that was funny, and he put it up. But literally, all I saw was Bob saying, "I'm gonna cook something." He unrolls in aluminum foil a hunk of venison. He slaps it down on something. He squirts it with like ketchup or multiple sauces, and he cooks it. That's deer loaf to him.
It's funny. I cook a lot, and I made meatloaf one night, and I post pictures sometimes of what I cook, and so I posted a picture of it, and he must really like meatloaf because he commented on it, and that's where my mind went. Yeah, because he was like, "Man, that looks good."
Some people hate meatloaf. Meatloaf, mini meatloaf, like from A Christmas Story or whatever. Yeah, some people can't stand meatloaf, but yeah, he just basically, like I said, he just lathered it and
that's funny.
Just threw it in the oven, and that's his cooking show. Yeah, but I say they were calling it deer loaf or something like that. He called it deer loaf at one point. And I said,
what did he say? This is the best loaf I've pinched in a while, or something like that.
I also tried to comment, "Paradise by stovetop lights" when he said deer loaf.
Oh my gosh.
Deer loaf. That's cool. He was a good singer. Let's see. Joke. Ich Berliners. Yeah. I like Berliners. What a minute. Hang on there. Yeah. P.S. Ari Jane, she says that was such a huge deal. I can't believe the wall coming down was that long ago, Ari Jane. Yeah. And it was a huge deal. I'm glad that you agree and concur. Let's see. Joke. Ich Berliners. Ich nein Berliner. I am a Berliner. Let's see. Somebody should Photoshop antlers on his head. Let's see. New show, Misery Likes Meatloaf. I like that. Misery Loves Meatloaf. That'll be coming soon. Look at Bob. He can't cook a meatloaf. Look at him. He's washed up. He can't cook meatloaf. Look at him. Yeah, meatloaf, yummy meatloaf, Jerry says. Uh-oh, you got another meatloaf lover. Pinch me. He pinched a loaf. He pinched a French loaf. Yeah. So, another great guest they had on, and I thought of my friend who he's kind of missing right now. He must be in the Monday meeting or getting his week start. So shout out to our friend My Lost Interest.
Yeah.
Great supporter of ours, sends us all clips and money and support. A great guy. And he's normally in the chat, but I know he's probably not here because he's busy working. I thought about him today when they had Evan Husney, or Evan Husney on. I was getting him mixed up with Husey.
Yeah.
He's the producer of the Dark Side of the Ring, Bobbynic, all of those documentaries.
Right. I see. Yeah, I seen the title and I was like, "Oh, cool."
Yeah, and that guy
I'm looking forward to watching it.
I really enjoyed him. He was a really down to earth guy. Because I guess with the Dark Side of the Ring, you expect like a kind of a greasy behind the scenes guy. Kind of like he said, the name Dark Side of the Ring gives a connotation of you're digging up only bad things about these people and all. But which they kind of do, but that's just kind of the way it goes. But I thought he was a real interesting guest. But I thought about our friend My Lost Interest, because what show can he go to where he can't escape wrestling? I mean, he just notoriously, My Lost Interest does not like wrestling. I saw a couple people. I think our friend Dave Daffler and some other ones. Shout out Dave Daffler. He always shouts me out in the chats of all the shows. So shout out, buddy, and Red Bob Levy quotes and everybody else who I might not see. But he was talking about, just talking about how wrestling wasn't real and all that stuff. People were just having fun with it. So I just thought about my lost interest when they were talking about wrestling being real or not, because we know it's predetermined, but it's highly athletic. There's a lot of great stories. They talked about one of the first ones, the Bruiser Brody story. He was the wrestler that got killed in the showers down in Puerto Rico or whatever. And there are like they were saying, even if you're not a big wrestling fan, they were saying one of them, I think it was Shuli's wife, or said she watched like 2 seasons of them, and she's not like the biggest wrestling fan. So they're just kind of like just good, like true life, true crime, true drama stories. So I highly recommend them. But he was a real interesting guy, and I enjoyed him, enjoyed seeing that. But
well, that's the thing about Dark Side of the Ring. It's not necessarily about the wrestling; it's about what happened to the people.
Yeah.
And the situations.
I think that's an interesting topic, maybe to discuss more on the weird stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of wrestlers who've had some pretty tragic endings.
Lots of just drugs and crime and murder and all kind of stuff, like just real true life stuff, but just I guess accelerated more because of that environment. Just that. Hey, shout out to the 20 people that are watching us live. Watching BF Live, Coffee and Pods and Friends. This is our Monday noon hangout where we get together every week. We like to hang out as friends, talk about our favorite podcast, do a little weather, a little bit of this and that. Just get the week started together. So let's do a little weather here, and then we're gonna roll into some other topics too. I like to do some basic morning show stuff. So here's your Doppler radar right here. Now, like I said, it's a little dreary here on the East Coast where I'm at. We haven't had rain too many days in a row to where I'm having to put out my sprinkler every 2 to 3 days. Has been terribly. You said you have flood issues sometimes where you're at, Stormee.
Yeah, it's been raining for 2 days. It's not right now, but it was raining the past 2 days.
Wow.
We haven't had any rain here in like a week, but we're gonna get some on Wednesday, I think. Hopefully.
Yeah, and I know that you really need it up there, Bobbynic, because about the wildfires and everything. Yeah. And we're going to get into that when we're going to talk about a little bit of how that started and what effect it's having on the country. And just we're going to check in with Bobby with a segment we're bringing back, Bobbynic's Canadian Corner.
That's right.
So stay tuned for that. Bobbynic will talk about all things uniquely Canadian. We've grilled him about poutine and why people say a boot and things like that. So we'll have a lot of fun with Bobbynic. And why the metric system is still a thing. We have fun with all that stuff. Eddie Guerrero was my favorite wrestler as a kid. The Ray and Eddie combo was god tier, along with DX and Viva la Raza. There you go, Hidden Sneaky. What's up, man? Let's see. I'll catch the rest later. Gotta run. Hope your day rocks as much as you all do. Thank you. Thank you.
Catch you later, Harry. Have a good one.
Let's see. There are reports that Frankie McDonald. Oh, we're gonna get into that, Chuck. We're gonna get into that.
Yeah.
We're gonna get into that. Slight rain in Delaware today. Yeah, Jerry, you're north of me here on the East Coast of the United States. So yeah, we're finally getting a little bit, bro. But I've been having to put the sprinkler out. I bet that's been affecting your grass cutting business, like he said. So finally getting a little bit today. And then you see some of these clouds up here, and some of it is clouds, but some of it is also some of the lingering effects of the wildfires, and we'll talk about that a little bit too. Here's your the current temperatures right now. It seems to be like, oddly enough, it's like some cool 50s out there on the West Coast, and we got the 70s here on the East Coast. Let's see, but there's your forecasted highs today for where you're at. So check out where you're at if you want to see that. Supposed to be mid 70s here today. What's it supposed to be up your way, Bobbynic? What's the Canadian weather?
It's gonna be in the 90s, I think, today.
Thank you. You converted that to Fahrenheit.
Maybe mid 80s.
Cool. You converted that to Fahrenheit for me. Well, let's see. So, like I was saying, let me find my little thing here, and we will do this. Me and Bobbynic have been podcast friends for probably a few years now, and on another podcast, we would come up with ideas and bits to do, and Bobbynic is Canadian, and all these Canadian facts would come up, and I say, Bobbynic, I think we have to have a feature where we just talk about things that are exclusively Canadian, and we give Bobbynic, and now, Coming to you from the Great White North, it's Bobbynic's Canadian Corner.
It's a beauty way to go. Oh, beauty, go. Okay. Oh, beauty, go.
It's Bobbynic's Canadian Corner.
That's right. Well, today we're going to talk about the wildfires in Canada that are happening, in Alberta and BC, and I think through a few other parts of Canada. Now, I noticed that last week the smoke from Canada kind of moved in on the United States, and everybody was kind of freaking out. What's going on? I mean, I had this about 2 weeks ago, and yeah, these fires are still burning. It's pretty crazy. I don't know. I was getting blamed. Frankie McDonald was getting blamed.
Yeah, so that was part of the inspiration of restarting the Canadian Corners. That I heard Bobbynic taking all kind of shit from random people last week, saying, "Hey, Bobbynic, WTF, bro? Like, what the fuck's up? Why are you sending all the smoke down our way?" Last week, a lot of people were complaining. People in the New York area and people north of where I am in the Mid-Atlantic were getting the smoke a lot worse than me. It took a couple extra days, but it did eventually get down there, Bobbynic. And this right here I'm showing you right now, this is a live wildfire map. And it got me curious about it. So if you see all the little red dots there, they all have numbers in them. And those numbers represent the amount of wildfires that are going on in that little area, that there's so many of them. Like, I can zoom in these groups and they just spread and spread. So
Yeah.
this just gave me like an overall wildfire awareness. I mean, I'm not naive. I know that wildfires occur just by nature. You know, things are going to get hot and things are going to burn. But I am kind of surprised in how many. What do you think about this, Stormee? You see all these wildfires?
Yeah, I mean, you're aware of that it happens, but you're not aware of the severity of it, I guess, when you're not in that area.
Well, and I'm in the area of, Edmonton and Calgary there. So, you see the 20, and I think there was another number there a little while ago. I don't know what happened to it.
Right here. Here's this is the smoke affected zone. And yeah, and there's 26s, there's 22s, there's 20s. So,
wow.
So this was the origin of them, right, Bobbynic?
Yep. That's all what's going on. Like, I mean, what happened was, spring sprung, and I don't know, we kind of skipped from spring straight to summer somehow. And they didn't really have time to do the controlled burns. So there's a lot of more fuel for these fires. And once the heat picks up, everything just lit up. And, it was horrible for a while there, because, I mean, they had people evacuating into like Walmart parking lots and stuff.
Wow.
And yeah, with like barely the necessities to live, so, but I think that situation is under control. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of evacuations going on, and I'm just hoping that smoke. I mean, I know I seen some videos that some people sent me of New York, and I mean, I thought the smoke looked bad here a couple of weeks ago. Last week, I mean, that was the most incredible thing I have seen. I don't know. I think that smoke mixed with their natural smog, was just the perfect shitstorm.
Shout out to our friend Brian Clauder. I saw one of the pics I think you might be speaking of, or at least that situation where he was in Brooklyn, New York, and you couldn't see like the skyscrapers like down the street through the glow of the sun. The night after it got really bad here, I went out and looked up at the moon, and the moon was like just totally orange from trying to burn through that haze of that smoke. So, I know that you said at the time that it looked like kind of the end of days before it even got down to the States. You were like, he's like, wow, I wish I could show you all, which I guess
it was. I did. Yeah, I did try. I did try to take a picture of it, but the picture didn't turn out the way it was supposed to. Like, it didn't catch the orange haze and everything.
Yeah, the ominous of it.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I'm sure it is
it
quite
was just,
ominous.
yeah. I mean, yeah, it felt it doesn't feel good when it looks like that outside. Because I mean, yeah,
No.
it is like the end of days, and especially when you can smell the smoke too.
So
Um,
we're just here to squash the rumor that lest anyone think that Bobbynic caused these fires by butting out his cigarettes in the forest up there. Bobbynic did not cause this. Okay, so everybody give my boy
I did
shit
not
about
cause
this.
it. Yeah, and Frankie McDonald also did not cause this.
Let's see. Jerry Lahane says Philly I-95 had a massive fire from a gas truck collapse. An overpass traffic. Yeah, overpass traffic hell. It fell. Yes. Yes, I do know that yesterday, unfortunately, here on the East Coast in the Philly area, like he said, a massive gas truck fire and a major portion of I-95 over here in the Philadelphia area is fully collapsed. So I think there's going to be a lot of problems up in that area for a long time. Did Bobbynic start the fires? Bobbynic didn't start the fires. They were on. Let's see. Max Pringle says Quebec. I'll say it the proper way. Quebec is expecting relief late this week and 100-degree heat to last in Texas for 2 weeks. Oh, no. Let's see. And 100-degree heat to expand into the Midwest by next week. I'm an amateur meteorologist. Well, okay, there you go, Max. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. The Hidden Sneaky says Frankie didn't actually start the fires. It's a huge misconception, as the fire was already there. There are reports that Frankie did try to fight it, though. That's right. Reports are it has always been burning since the world's been turning. Back to you. Let's see. Red Bob Levy quote says the Tragically Hip. The Guess Who or Rush. Bobbynic, I know he's got an opinion on this because we have covered the Tragically Hip on previous episodes of Bobbynic's Canadian Corner. So go ahead, Bobbynic, take this, bro.
I got to go with the Tragically Hip.
I knew that's what you were going to go with. That's right. Because you did a feature on the Tragically Hip. I think you featured them. So maybe for people like Red Bob Levy Quotes, who haven't seen this particular show or this version of Bobbynic's Canadian Corner, maybe some of the things that you like are all new again, and you can reintroduce them to our friends, to our new friends here, bro.
That's right. I'll try bringing you a lot of
we talked
Canadian
about him when
content. CanCon.
Oh, I like that. CanCon. Yeah, right. You talked about him when he passed away. Didn't he pass away within the last few years, the lead singer?
The lead singer, yes, he did. I think it was in 2016.
Was it that recent? Was it that far ago? I thought it was more recent. I thought that's why we
yeah,
covered it.
It was a while ago. But yeah, I mean, the guy had a brain tumor, and it was just amazing. I mean, he knew he was going to die. He had just had brain surgery, and he decided to go out on one last tour, and everybody kind of knew it was the end. But yeah, I think they did like 20 dates or something like that, and they ended in their hometown. And that one was broadcast on the CBC, and it was live on YouTube. And I watched that one live, and it was something spectacular. I mean, you kind of knew that was probably the last time you were going to see him. And then, yeah, it wasn't long after that he passed away.
I'm glad you shared that. I'm glad you gave him some little extra information. So yeah, I knew Bobbynic was a Tragically Hip fan from previous episodes of a Canadian Corner.
Gord Downie was his name. He was a great singer, great lyricist. Wrote a lot about Canadian stuff. I think that's maybe why they didn't make it big all over the world. But in Canada, they're Canada's band.
Yeah, you were describing it to me, and the passion in your voice, I could really tell, Bobbynic. I could relate to you being passionate about your band, but they didn't connect here the way that I could tell they connected with you. But I'm glad that he brought up that question so you could bring that up on today's Canadian Corner. My sister, Kathy, checking in. What's up? She says, so they usually do controlled burns to help prevent big fires in Canada?
Yeah, they do. Every spring, they're out there doing controlled burns.
Not just in Canada. They're supposed to do them in forested regions of the States, I understand, too.
I'm pretty sure, yeah. I think that's a thing everywhere. Everywhere that has forests. Because, those forests, when they light up, it's...
Yeah, I think because I know when I was younger, it seemed that forest fires were more out of hand or more prevalent or something, or more they occurred more frequently. But I do think that controlled burning is something that they see because they used to light backfires to kind of starve the main fire of oxygen, like a fire they control. So they developed all these kind of weird firefighting methods over the years, and I think that controlled burning come from that. So
I mean, it's almost impossible here though because of the fact that we have so much forest around here. There is so much forest. Like it's crazy how much. Like you could be driving down a highway and you'll be driving through the highway and it'll be like one long road through like 30 minutes of just forestry for quite a
Wow.
while. So
that sounds
yeah.
tremendous. Tremendous.
Yeah.
Bad jokes. Let's see. The Hidden Sneaky has a question, Bobbynic. When a maple tree burns down, does it smell like maple syrup?
I never got a maple syrup smell off of maple trees too much. I mean, a little bit, but I mean, I don't know. I've never smelt one burn, so I don't know.
Thank you for that answer, brother.
That is
Let's
a good
see.
question.
Jerry Lahane says, I'm a Guess Who normie. I like Guess Who too. Good Canadian band.
Well, check out the Tragically Hip, Jerry.
Okay. Red Bob Levy quote says, I saw 2 shows on that final tour. Look at that, bro.
Really?
I think he means on the Tragically Hip tour.
Nice.
Let's see. That is what we need to do in California. Yeah. The controlled burns, I believe, is what my sister was referring to. I'm refreshing my beverage. I hope you are too. Enjoying hanging out with you all here in the afternoon.
It's crazy that I was wearing rain boots, just yesterday, and you were in that situation there.
Yep. Boom. All right. Yeah, so we hope you do get that forecasted rain that you have up there, Bobbynic. Red Bob Levy quotes also says, I was lucky enough to see The Hip 7 times in my little life. There you go. You got a fan.
Wow,
you got a mutual
friend
and a fan right there. Everywhere.
There is a lot of people in the States. It's not as many in Canada, but there is numerous fans of the.
They seem like they have that cult following kind of band.
They played at Woodstock '99, and there was a lot. I seen a lot of Canadian flags in the crowd of that show. So, yeah.
Let's see. Kay says everywhere but California. I believe she's talking about controlled burns.
Yeah, I wonder why we wouldn't do it there.
Hey, here's a good friend. What's up, Pulperady? What's up?
Pulperady!
Checking in. Good morning, friendly folks. Hello. Just refreshing my beverage. We're hanging out. It's great to hang out with these people anytime. Chuck says, Bobbynic, were you a Cliff Thornburn fan back in the day, Bobbynic?
No. That name sounds familiar. Hold on a second. I don't really recall who that was. Cliff Thornburn. Oh, Canadian snooker player. Okay. No, I don't really know who that is. He looks familiar though.
Yeah, yes, she was talking about those controlled wildfires. I know you live out there in Colorado. You've said, I'm sure you have that. They have to do that out there.
I mean, I think they should do that everywhere. There's forests.
All right. So let's see. So people were talking about Frankie McDonald and whether Frankie did this or not. Well, I have a message from Frankie, and he's going to clear this up for you right now, once and for all. For you people that haven't seen it already, lest anyone think Frankie was involved with this, let's roll this.
Hey, everybody, I'm going.
Well, let's not roll this. Let's wait for it to load. Son of a bitch. I love streaming.
You're having the same problem Derek does.
I don't know why, bro. I got Ethernet. I got a mad computer.
I did not start the fires at all. People start rumors about Frank Nell started fires. It wasn't true at all. People didn't. I didn't start fires at all. I don't start fires at all from Frank Nell. Hey, everybody, I'm going to address the issue. I did not start the fires at all. People start rumors about Frank Nell started fires. It wasn't true at all. People didn't. I didn't start fires at all. I don't start fires at all.
Now, isn't that ironic? Isn't that one of Frankie's songs that he sings when he goes to karaoke?
It is,
yeah.
and I did tell Frankie. I said, Frankie, you need to prove your innocence. You need to go to karaoke and sing "We Didn't Start the Fire." And that same night, he sent me a video of himself singing "We Didn't Start the Fire."
I saw a little bit of that, and yeah, he should change it to "I Didn't Start the Fire."
Right.
Just personalize it a little bit. That's our boy Frankie McDonald. So there you go. So lest anyone think that Frankie McDonald started the wildfires in Canada, he did not.
And if you didn't know where this smoke was coming from in the States, sorry. Hey.
Yeah, Bobbynic, because even after people complained about it, and I knew of it, I still had people on my Facebook feed going, "Hey, awfully smoky out here today. Like, is something burning?" Like, there were still many people that just really didn't know about it. So, like I said, I thought it would just be a fun, informative way to talk to you and to, let's see, over here, to bring back our segment. And now, coming to you from the Great White North, it's Bobbynic's Canadian Corner.
It's a beauty way to go. Oh, beauty, go. Okay. Oh, beauty, go.
Thank you, Bobbynic, for doing that and bringing that back, bro.
Hey, no problem. Thank you for making that an awesome video. That's wild.
Thank you. I did that for you. It was a love project. I hope you liked it. Yeah,
I did.
You notice my sarcastic, uniquely Canadian. I put a moose in there, put some maple syrup in there, put some hockey in there. You know, I should have found I should have found a wildfire picture too. I'll have to add the tragically hip or things like that or something like that.
Right.
Yeah. Max has a question about how close was Bobby to the famous Fort McMurray fire from a few years ago. Are you familiar with that one?
I am. Yeah, that was a bad one, man. Holy crap. I remember everybody was freaking out, and government assistance, of course, had to pop off, and I think the Prime Minister even visited there. But I'm probably about I think 6 hours. I don't know how many miles or kilometers, but probably about 6 hours away.
Kilometers.
Drive. Yeah.
All right.
Well, that's what we go by. Kilometers. Sorry.
I love it. Let's see. The Hidden Sneaky says, we do controlled burning here in Cali, but it's done by Cal Fire. So just like Cal Trans, it takes forever since government workers get paid by the hour. Ain't that some shit? I'll get that wildfire when I get to it. Just let it burn. I get paid by the hour, whether it's out or not. I don't give a shit. But see, that is kind of odd because, yeah, if you're going to do yourself out of work, if you get paid by the hour to take care of a problem, how motivated are you to solve that problem? And creates an interesting question.
True.
He's under oath. Justice says, why did Frankie want to go on a world tour and leave North America? I've seen more of these Flat Frankie things popping up. You see people with the big cardboard cutouts with the Frankies over the weekend?
Yeah.
I call that Flat Frankie, like that old Flat Stanley that the kids used to do in school. Where you see where you can send them all over the world. So, well, Frankie, I know if you follow Frankie McDonald, which I hope that you do on Twitter, you will see many times at many different hours of the day or night that Frankie says, I want to be anywhere but here. Or I want to leave Nova Scotia. I want to be, I want to leave the Eastern time zone. Like he just wants to go and travel the world and eat it up. And I would love to see Frankie just go on like a global tour, just like being out. I mean, imagine him doing the stuff he does in Sydney in his local area, but just going out to places that he would love to go. And when people recognize him, that would be a great thing. So I wish that for Frankie, that he does get out of Sydney one day and see the parts of the world that he wants to, because I know he's a really curious guy.
Yeah, and maybe he'll get to Bulgaria.
Yeah, he's got a list, doesn't he? He has that list. Let's see. Red Bob Levy quote says, Bob Levy opened a window and let the smoke out. Yeah, I put that in the chat on the BS show the other day, and Bob Levy saw it while they were talking and doing a bit, and then he's taking the cigarettes and he's doing this. Like he played it up. So he kind of let me know that he saw the chat, even though he didn't read it out loud. And that's one of the many things I like about Bob is that he's always paying attention, and you look for the subtle joke or something. He's always in with it, So that was really great.
Well, I got the same thing. I had somebody bust my balls for smoking in the house, and at that time, I felt the need to light up 2 cigarettes at the same time and smoke them in the house.
Tell me, motherfucker. Yeah, right. Yeah. Jerry Lahane says that was educational report about Canada fires. Hey, you might be careful. You might learn something before you're done.
That's right. That's right.
Let's see. The maple leaf. Yeah. Uh-oh. Jerry Lahane says he mispronounced about a boot. Wait a minute. Who mispronounced, me or Bobbynic? It all depends on where you're at, right?
It's not mispronounced here.
I love it. And I like when South Park plays it up when they got the boot. When they got it. What's this all about? Hey, what is this all about? What is all about? I mean, they even play it up, so that's just funny. Let's see. Trudeau makes people want to leave Canada.
You're not wrong there. You're not wrong.
Hey, what's up? It's our friend Detroit checking in. What's up? Scott's not here, Detroit. Detroit says, hi, y'all. Driving and listening. So I'll do a lame version for you since Scott in here, and I'll do it. Ready? Detroit. Hey. Sorry, Scott. I borrowed that from him to say, hey, Detroit. Pulver 80 sound around. What's up, Detroit? I'm glad you're here listening. Listen, we're glad wherever you are. I like hearing where everybody's at. People are at work. People are at different places, driving around. So it's great that we can keep you company and you keep me company. We still got 18 people rocking it, hanging out here on a Monday afternoon. I like this time slot because there's not really much going on. The BS show and things just happen, and the afternoon stuff hasn't started off yet. And I like starting off Monday with you guys here and talking about the weekend and all the fun stuff that we do. This is really good. So let's see. Oh, the videos I have. So I got a couple. We'll do a little coffee and pod segment now. I got a cool good video. I watched Perry last week. They did the crowdsourced thing where they wanted to have him dress up like the Cowardly Lion for the whole show for like $300 or something.
Really?
Yeah. So that's how he showed up with the Cowardly Lion. So let me pull up this video right here. I have already. And in this video, that's why I point that out for you right away, because you're gonna like, why does he look like this? He was paid $300 to dress like this for the whole stream. And in it, he talks about our friend Bob Levy. Some people are teasing him, like people like to do with Perry, and they say something about Bob, and he has something to say back. So I'll play this for you right now. Let's check this out. Oh, let me do a screen share. Screen share. Come on, here we go. Yeah. I can tell you. Oh, I get the freaking video. What is it, Bob Perry? Download. Oh, great. I love live stuff, people.
He'll find it in a minute, folks.
I'll find it in a minute. Yeah. Stretch for me there, Bobbynic. Let's see. Boom.
Stormee, how are your overalls doing? You hanging in there?
Yeah, I'm leaning over because it's bugging me so much that this strap. Yeah. I'm about to just tighten it up. I don't know how Jake does that. That is irritating.
Yeah, I could imagine. Yeah, something like that on your shoulders is probably pretty uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Well,
you can loosen them up and everything, and I think it's fine if they're tight enough where they can rest without falling. But he's always got that one that just hangs off.
Just let me know if you get the sound with this.
Okay.
We do not get no sound.
No.
No sound?
No.
Try again.
This is live, people.
It's live, people. Thanks for stretching for me, Bobbynic. I'm trying again. Let's do.
Oh, there we go. We got the sound.
All right.
With an echo.
Got it?
Yeah.
All right.
And I will forever remain. No, I will not remain a smoker. That's it. That's all. Nothing more said. I will not smoke.
I am not a smoker. I do not like smoke. I can't stand shit like that being done to me, being forced on me, or ever doing it again. Bob Levy, go fuck yourself. Damn it, this thing's so fucking hot.
Hey, Perry, don't get naked. Don't get naked.
Hot as shit in here with this fucking thing on.
Again, Perry.
So that was I just happened to be watching live, as I like to do, and for whatever reason, he just decided that he was going to cuss out Bob for the smoking and all. You know, he let Bob talk him into that smoking, and he said, because there's a bunch of guys that I couldn't have fought even if I did fight back. So I guess he felt that he had to smoke. He was living under pressure. Hey, shout out to the 21 people that are joining us for BF Live, Coffee and Pods midday chat. What's going on, everybody? So I thought that was a funny video. I was just watching. I'll just turn Perry on and I'll just let it play for the whole time while I'm in the room doing something. And all of a sudden I heard him cussing out Bob Levy, and I had to screen record because, you know, a lot of their stuff goes private pretty quickly. So
yeah,
I screen recorded that. So
now you ever been watching Perry and you're in another room doing something and you hear something go on and you got to run back, you know, and
yes,
see what's going on.
And I've also had Perry wake me up from a sleep when I fall asleep on my couch and he starts screaming in his Kennison style. He'll wake me, oh, what's going on? Let's see. What do you think about this, Stormee? Look at this accusation. Perry stole the dress like a cat bit from Andrew.
Maybe.
Scandalous. Well, I think I'm going to show a little bit of that. I have a clip of that to share with everybody because that was a great thing. Shout out to our boy Andrew Flora. Congratulations to him. No Filter with Andrew and Friends, his channel on YouTube. Go ahead and subscribe. He reached 400 subscribers yesterday. But for 300 subscribers, he reached really not too long ago, barely 10 days, 2 weeks ago. He'd already hit 300. And for 300, he started making these promises. Well, I'll do something. And said, well, we'll read Cat in the Hat. And then it got upped. And he's like, well, we'll read Cat in the Hat. And somebody, I don't know who coined it. So if you know, you can say it. But somebody said, let's get the hat. Let's get the gloves. Let's get the bow tie. But at any rate, that's how that idea came to be.
Someone in the chat had the idea, I think.
Yes.
And Lost sent me the link for the costume.
Yeah, and now there's another thing going on. When he hits 420 subscribers, he's gonna karaoke Rick James's Mary Jane wearing a pimp hat and some chains.
Oh shit! So, yeah, I'm down for that, boy. I love Mary Jane in many forms.
Yeah, he'll have the glasses and all.
Oh, I can't wait. Right. Oh, Pimp Andrew. So what is this achievement? This is 400 or 500 now? What are we getting?
420.
420.
Oh, that's right, 420. Wow. Right. Like that might take you guys a show or two the way you crank them up because you guys are on 6, 8, 10 hours at a time. People love stopping in when there's nothing going on or you've been through your day doing things. You can always stop in and you guys are normally on. So his subs are going up. So 420, that's going to be funny. Oh, seeing Andrew with that I'm getting that dynamic in my head. That sounds funny. That sounds great. Let's see. I'll stay at your place for 3 days. 3 days and 7 nights. Bob is a legend. Yeah, what's it? I'll give you a 3-day vacation. What do I do over nights? I don't care. Just don't be around. Say, Chuck, yep. No sound. All right, I fixed that. I think we got past all that. And then he said, I did get it. Buying and wearing overalls shows true dedication to the bit. Oh, shit. Well, that's a good question, Stormee. Is this a brother-sister bid? Is this a fashion choice or statement? What did motivate the overalls today?
I always see Jake wearing overalls, and I wanted to try it. I wanted to buy some and try it, and then now he's not here. I don't know where he's at, but wherever he's at.
Shout out, Jake. Where you at, brother?
What's up, guys?
There he is. Okay. We hope you can join us another time, Jake. Everybody needs a little break from this. I hope he's just taking a little break. He might be enjoying his pool. Saying, ha, suckers. He might be laughing at all of us right now, splashing around in his pool.
Yeah.
With all his funds he's made. So thank you, people, for buying Jake a pool. Let's see. Pulper 80. Oh, yeah, I got that one, of course. Jam. Oh, here we go. Here we go with more regional stuff. Jam or honey on a peanut butter sandwich from Tiff. All right. Well, me personally, what's jam or honey? We call it jelly here on the. Could you please pass the jelly? Could you please? So I'm a peanut butter. I like grape jelly. I like peanut butter. Now we have controversy here because I grew up liking peanut butter with peanuts in it, chunky peanut butter. Wife's not a big chunky fan, so of course I've been converted to the smooth peanut butter. I've learned to like smooth. What about you guys? I see you, Stormy. Do you enjoy peanut butter and jelly sandwiches?
I like crunchy peanut butter, and
I
eat peanut butter and banana sandwiches though.
Oh, peanut butter and banana. What?
Yes.
I've heard of that before. I don't eat that shit, but I've heard of it before.
Yeah, I've heard of it too, but yeah, I don't know.
All right, Bobby, what kind of weird tradition you have for peanut butter and jelly up in Canada? I'm just going to assume it's weird now.
No, not really.
I'm just fucking around.
The same thing except backwards. I grew up on smooth peanut butter, and then eventually I became a lover of the chunky, crunchy.
Yeah.
On a peanut butter sandwich, I prefer strawberry jam.
Okay. Yeah, my wife likes that too. All right. Now let's get into let's get deeper into the peanut butter and jelly controversy. When you use the knife for each thing, do you dip the dirty knife from the one into the other, or do you clean it, or do you use a separate knife? What do we do, people?
I'll clean it.
Clean it.
I buy the squeeze bottle for jelly if I use it.
Good point. You got to work around right there. You can't see working around my answer. But all right. Now, here's the other question. I got that because everybody's kind of with the knife or cleaning it up or whatever. Do you put down first, and do you put one on one bread and one on the other bread, or do you are like a psycho and do them both on same piece of bread? No. No.
I've done it both ways in my time. But it's usually not as messy when you do it on one thing on each slice of bread. So
we're getting into the heavy topics here on BF Live.
Right.
Let's see. Andrew's a fucking star. You know it.
That's right.
Hidden sneaky. I think Sean Riggle suggested the Cat in the Hat. Yeah, well, Sean can eat the poo-poo. Hey, here's a good friend checking in. Acid Dust. Drop the 26. Bobby Fran Demand. Fanatics Unite. Thank you. Yeah, we got to get that thing going more. Oh, are we going to do this again? No, Red Bottom. We're not going back to that, bro. We're not going back to the soda pop thing.
Honestly, it's always been pop to me. So, I don't know.
That's funny. Let's see. We got some choices in here. We got the raspberry jam.
Raspberry jam.
Raspberry parade.
That's good stuff, too. Yeah.
Can you find in a second? Peanut butter was invented in Canada. LOL. Bobbynic. Is this a future Canadian corner thing? You got something to tell us?
I'm not that I'm aware of, but it's possible. I don't know.
I thought George Washington Carver. That's what we were taught in the States. George Washington Carver made many inventions with the peanut. Let's see. Kraft peanut butter in Canada, eh? Bobbynic?
Yeah, Kraft.
All right. That's
the stuff to get.
We can get into brands, Jif or Skippy. That's what we have in the States. Jif or Skippy.
Kraft.
They just call it Kraft?
Yeah. Kraft peanut butter.
Hey, Stormy, you're just in time for the Jif or Skippy debate, and Bobbynic says they have Kraft up in Canada, whatever that means.
We have Peter Pan. Is that what it is?
Peter Pan. That's good. Yeah.
Yeah, and I buy that sometimes. There's only one, like the great value like you get, or like the generic kind. I don't really like generic peanut butter, but it tastes, I don't know, it has like a weirder taste, I guess. But I like Peter Pan. That's usually what we get.
All right.
Now I gotta ask you guys something.
Okay.
Now, when I say Kraft dinner, do you guys know what that?
Oh, wait a second. I meant to solo you, and I took you out. A Kraft dinner. Well, I'm assuming because I've heard other references this to Bobbynic that you might mean macaroni and cheese.
You got it. You got it.
Hey.
Oh, I was thinking like a TV dinner, a Kraft dinner, but I mean Kraft macaroni and cheese makes sense, but I never heard of it like called a Kraft dinner.
Okay, so now
you guys have Kraft macaroni and cheese?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, you do.
We don't bother calling it by the corporate name. We just call it macaroni and cheese. But you're calling Kraft macaroni and cheese. You're calling peanut butter Kraft as well.
We'll say Kraft dinner. Yeah, we'll say
Kraft dinner. Then what do you say for peanut butter? Kraft peanut butter or just Kraft?
Well, just peanut butter, pretty much.
Peanut Kraft. Let's see. We do peanut butter and fluff in Maine. Now that's a whole nother thing. That's like that.
Yeah.
That's like that whipped marshmallow, right?
Yeah.
I tried that once out of curiosity. It didn't float my boat.
Fluff, marshmallow fluff. Yeah.
Marshmallow fluff. I
Makes
dip
me think
in.
of
Look at
something
this.
else. Fluff.
Look at this. Everybody's got strong sandwich game. They got different unique sandwich game. Let's say I peanut butter both sides, jam on one. You psycho! No, it's okay. If that works for you, I get it because I feel on you. Because sometimes the jelly makes the bread a little too soggy if you got some loose jam or jelly. So you might want to give a little coating there. I respect your game. I appreciate that. All right, there we go. Let's see. That's a process, Justa. Yeah, it is. It's a system. See, everybody has a process and a system.
Right.
Like here, talk about weird eating habits. Like we have the Pringles potato chips, and they're only salted on one side. And so I'm a salt guy. So for whatever reason, my rhythm is to eat some salt first. So I eat the salty side first, and then I'll put the whole chip in my mouth. So
that's really?
Yeah, I got that. We have an Oreo technique. I have a Pringle technique. So yeah, it's interesting learning everybody's techniques.
If Dad was here, he breaks down his food and has the weirdest techniques about eating everything. He would be so into this right now.
Oh, that's too bad he's not here. We'll have to get into it again, but yeah, because when I'm paying attention, I can be interested in that too. Like what do you eat first? Like you eat all of the burger first. Some people want to have a little bit of everything as they go along, so they finish everything at once. It's just fascinating, people's quirks and all, seeing how everybody. Boysenberry jam for the wild occasions. Oh shit. Oh, that's between you. Let's see. Honey is a grandma thing. Honey. You put some honey. Let's have some honey and peanut butter, kitties. Come on. Get the bread out. It's not that old. We'll put some honey on it.
That's right, Chuck.
The best beers come out of Canada. All right.
We got them strong beers too.
Let's see.
There's a lot of Amish people around here where I live.
Yeah.
And they have their own like stores and stuff, and they make their own jams and jellies or whatever you want to call it. And those are really good compared to store bought.
Mm-hmm. That's another thing that I get mixed up on because you have preserves and you have jam and jellies. You have different levels, and I like the smooth grape jelly. I don't want like a lot of stems and a bunch of shit and stuff. So everybody likes something different with that. So Kraft mac and cheese, Rev Bob Levy quote says he knows what's up. Let's see.
That's right.
Pulper 80. Good Lord, Max. That sounds terrible. Peanut butter. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't. That. He says, try the peanut butter and jelly shot. Screwball peanut butter whiskey and Chambord liquor. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What is that?
I'm good.
Oh shit. Whoop.
That applies.
Yeah, I meant to play the barf track and then I'm playing the Janice bullshit track, and you're right. It does.
Oh shit.
I'll play that again. Shout out Janice, since it was nice seeing her back on the show. Bobbynic, you invited her to the No Filter.
She came on for a few minutes and
that we did. So shout out Janice if you see this. It was nice seeing an old podcast friend again, and I got a couple sound clips from her, and that's for her because Janice would sit there very quietly most podcasts we did for hours at a time, and she didn't say much, but when she did, she would say this.
Oh shit.
And then she would kind of go back and be quiet again. So she would certain people she would sit there and tolerate only so much bullshit until she kind of burst it. So shout out Janice. Kirkland from Costco. Fancy. Getting fancy on me. Mac and cheese in a box is a snack. Whoa. Wait a minute. We're talking about I don't mind some
I hope you boil it first though.
Some goldfish snacks, but yeah, are you telling us that you are straight crunching, pouring powder in the box and straight crunching mac and cheese? Because that's a whole nother level of game that I'm not aware of. Let's see. Tiff, truthfully. Chuck says, so in other words, BF, you eat the bark off the Pringles. Yes, I do.
Yes, the bark.
I eat the bark, but not the poo-poo. I eat the bark off the Pringles first. Yes.
Bark is better.
Bark.
Yeah, at least I don't just eat the bark and just kind of throw them to the side. The bark. Look for Jake's Fish Bar coming to a grocery near you soon. Let's see. Darts and hash, the Newfoundland way. Hot knives. Whoa, you're getting into some funky stuff now. You're just talking a whole other language than me. What are you talking about, mate? Darts and hash, the Newfoundland way. Ooh, I gotta look up some of that shit.
Well, Newfies are a whole other game in Canada. You know, they have some weird ways, and you know, I've met quite a few of them, and I can barely understand what they're saying because you know they have this heavy accent. They're speaking English, but
we have island here off of the coast of Maryland called Smith Island, and I believe it was settled by.
Oh, did I freeze up or did everybody else?
No.
It's like a thick. Oh, one out again, huh? Thick dialect.
Oh, I think you're back, Bobby.
Yeah. So much for that chord. Darts and cigarettes. Darts and hash, darts and cigarettes. All right, let's see. All right, and speaking of Andrew doing his cat in the hat thing.
Okay. I know what he's talking about now. Hot knives. Yeah, I used to do that back in the day. You put 2 knives on the stove, and then you heat them up like you know in the burner.
Oh, okay.
And then you take a little chunk of hash.
Wow.
And you place it on the tip of the butter knife, and then put the other one, and you put them together, and so it starts burning, and then you kind of just hover over it and inhale the smoke.
Whoa!
As it flows up to your mouth.
That's hardcore hash drug game. That's cool, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's one to grow on, kids. If you ever have some hash, and you need an economical way to cook it, there you go. That's one to grow on, people. Max Pringle says, LOL Pulper 80. Hooters makes a screwball peanut butter and Red Bull blueberry shot that tastes like peanut butter and jelly. That sounds like peanut butter and barf to me. I don't know. See, I'm barely a good drinker, so if you start mixing in too many fancy flavors and my body starts, what the hell peanut butter? That might not be a good mix for me. Look, and so see, Red Bob Lee, you guys got some bonding going on. He says he knows the game. He knows the old hash knife game. There you go.
Yeah, hot knives or blades.
So, but like we were talking about, Andrew, he's done smoked 300 subscribers. He's up to 400. He's probably passed by now, but he, a man of his word, he kept his, Terry, thank you, brother. I'll put that up in a second. He kept his word, and he read Cat in the Hat, dressed like the Cat in the Hat, as the reward to his subscribers for doing so. I'm going to share this with you real quick. Here's a little clip of Andrew keeping his word, and we had a great time doing this. And I'm glad that my friends here saved doing this for my day on No Filter, which is Tuesdays at 7 p.m. East. Check this out.
Okay.
All right.
The sun did not shine. It was too wet to play. So we sat in the house all that cold, wet day. Yes.
Yes. This is when the hat was starting to go on him.
All that cold, wet day.
There you go. There you go.
I sat there with Sally. We sat there. Fuck.
I can't read motherfuckers. Go, boy, Andrew. Of course, I love that graphic, Stormee, that I can read motherfuckers graphic. That was great.
That's so funny.
It works good on so many levels.
I think we're actually turning that into a shirt, aren't we, Stormee?
Yeah, I put it on a shirt. Yep, I was going to tell you about that after the show. Yep.
Okay,
I don't see,
so
I can't.
In a magnet.
Now I gotta say, I gotta thank the Hidden Sneaky, because he took the time to edit a reading of Cat in the Hat with Andrew, like almost flawlessly. You know, he edited all the. I think it comes out to like 9 minutes. It was originally like 51 minutes. He got it down to 9 minutes, and it's just Andrew like reading it pretty much perfectly. So Thank
So
you.
you're saying he made that clip for you right there that I just played?
No, not that
Oh,
one.
no.
Another one.
Yeah,
Okay.
that one was lost. He sent that to me. It was that short clip, and I uploaded that one. Lost
Thank you.
that.
Ain't that great? See, that's what I love about our family. Shout out Milo's Rangers, because this is what we're always doing. We're always like sharing our love for all this. And did you see this? Did you see that? And you might even be watching nothing, and Lost will throw shit in there for us. So thank you. And thanks for putting that out there, allowing me to play it today. Hidden Sneaky says, laugh my ass off. I learned the knife trick from the Trailer Park Boys, Bobbynic.
Yeah.
And Terry Nee, I'm painfully aware of this. Yes, BF, you have a strong Maryland accent, bro. Let me tell you something, Terry Nick. I resemble that remark, bro, and I work on my regional accent, bro. I try not to say water and things of this nature. My daughter busts my balls for that, bro. She says, you put an R in water. There's no R in water. So I have to say water. She
My
acts like
grandma
she
says warsher. Like there's a
warsher. Yep.
Warsher,
My father used to say he would wash his hands in the zinc. He would do, like with the zinc, there's no Z on zinc, Dad. There's no Z. So I don't say zinc. I'm not that hard in the paint. But yes, it's a process, Terry Nee. But I try to use my announcer voice and try to not let my Baltimore creep in too much, baby. That's how it goes. Poo-poo. Poo-poo in the hat. You eat the poo-poo, Terry Nee. You eat the poo-poo, sir. You eat the poo-poo. Let's see. All right.
Well, nothing against you Americans, but it is pronounced against.
We're gonna start. Are we gonna start this shit again, Stormee? Are we gonna start this again?
Oh gosh. Against.
All right, so let's sing Bob Seger. Ready? Against the wind. Against the wind. See, it don't work. It doesn't work. It might work up in Canada when there's radio stations. We're riding against the wind. We're in Canada. Hey, it's against the moon from Calgary. Let's see. Against the wind. How about against all odds? And you coming back to me is against all odds. No, it doesn't. See? Against. It doesn't work. Pennsylvania Dutch. Through Grandma. Down the steps. What? Pennsylvania Dutch. Through Grandpa. Down the steps. His hat. Is that some Yoda speak? Pennsylvania Dutch. Through Grandma. Through Grandpa. Down the steps. His hat. Thank you, Danny. Max Brengle, he's a regional guy. He knows I probably sound perfectly normal to Max, right, Max? It's pronounced Balmer Merlin. Yeah, if you say it like that. I'm trying to cure myself, Max. Don't take me there, bro. Say. All right, I'm not going to say. I'm going to read it first. Oh, pajamas. I don't say pajamas. I say pajamas.
Pajamas. Okay, I can get with that.
Yeah.
I'll wait for my judgment on that. Pajamas.
I say PJs usually.
I say pajamas. You say pajamas.
Tomatoes, tomatoes.
Right.
Pauper 80's up on this. The peanut butter and jammy shot from Hooters. They're all about these peanut butter and jammy shot people. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Throw the cow over the fence. Some hay. Yes, I will, Terry. All right. Let's see. All right. This was good. So, like I say it all the time. I love this chat, fam. I love you guys. And I love seeing there's still like 14, 15 people in here now. It goes up to 20, 21. It's back and forth. People are always checking in and out. And I love, one of the great things I love about it is that we are kind of chill. We're not in that drama lane. We have so much fun. These guys do fun stream snipes on No Filter. We're all about having fun and positive. We're not, hey, let's see who I can start a fight with. And I think that energy is kind of, for whatever reason, it's kind of unique on, at least in our podcast world nowadays. And we did No Filter on Tuesday. And shout out to Ari Jane. Ari Jane is a female friend that we got of Ray's that we got to know through Ray DeVito. And she's always nice enough to be in the chat. She was in the chats this morning. She had to go. But she was in the chat and somebody said, hey, throw her out the link. And so we threw her out the link. And sure enough, she came in. And what do you, I'll start with I'll start with Bobbynic, since you kind of host the show. Tell us about Ari Jane. She kind of came on. We threw the link out, right?
Yeah, I mean, we recently come to know her through Ray DeVito, and then now I guess she's good friends with Jake Hudson. So yeah, it was real fun to have her pop in as a surprise guest and participate in our shenanigans. I mean, she danced with us on Eat the Poo Poo.
I have a little clip of that I'm going to share with you, Bobby.
Great.
Yeah. That's the clip I'm going to share because if you're not familiar with the No Filter show, there's this parody song out there that someone put on the internet called "Eat the Poo Poo," and when there's somebody who we're not agreeing with, or somebody that's not acting right, or somebody needs to be put in their place or discipline, we tell them to eat the poo poo. You must eat the poo poo, and we have play a song, we do a dance, and it's kind of long, but it's good. It's good cardio. So, what do you think about
as much drama as there is on there, though? There's really no drama. That's what I almost said to somebody. I think I was talking to Pulper last night that I wish more shows were like that, but actually, I don't. I think it makes us more unique.
Yeah,
Stormee, sure. I'm amazed every day when we hear these different comments that being normal is like a lane or unique on podcasting and the internet. And it made me proud to know that it really was a thing when somebody like Ari Jane said, look, I'm here for a reason. Because we asked her, like, why didn't you go on these other shows? And how do you feel being caught up in this Shuley network drama and always being pulled into this? And you could kind of tell from her answer, she's not a big fan of it. And she says, I'm here for a reason. I'm here in this room with you people tonight for a reason, because I'm comfortable with you. And I don't know about you guys, but that just made me feel so good about just not only me as a person, but what we do as a show, that somebody would come on the air and said, hey, I chose to come here because I like you people.
Yeah, I think that's exactly spot on. And I exchanged some private messages with her, but I just wanted to ensure her, because of, entering into this world, that she did a great job and there's no reason to be embarrassed or feel bad about being on. I think she did great and it was fun.
Oh, she was awesome. She hung out.
Hey, hold on. Dirty Davis just entered the building. You got one for her? Do you think you could do it, Bobby friend?
Oh,
what's
yeah,
that? Is that the same? It's kind of the same thing, right?
It's not a whisper. It's more of a
Dalish.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
See, I'm gonna steal all Scott's things. Yeah. I'll just do one real quick. Dalish. There you go. All right. Welcome, Dalish. Good to see you. What's going on? There she is, right there. What's going on? Friends checking in. We like it. She seems lovely. I really like her. Kay, that was really great. Kay, I'm glad you said that, because I think, and she said as much. We learned. Hey, what's up? Thank you. We learned more about her on her appearance on No Filter than all of her other appearances combined so far. Would you guys agree?
I would agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we got to credit Jake for a lot of that, because he kind of just took over, and we got a few questions in here and there, but yeah,
she was totally cool. She was down for whatever, because she knew we were just down for the fun, so she wasn't scared of everything. She danced. She sang. I got a little clip of it, but she stayed with us a long time. She asked me. She said, "Who can select the song?" I found a song for her, and she sang this kind of sexy karaoke song. And if you listen to the lyrics, it's a very sexy song about strangers meeting on a train. And so I just loved it, because she was so complimentary to us. She was so comfortable. She was so relaxed. And it made me feel good as a person that we could make somebody feel that way, and feel that way so much so that she expressed herself on a podcast like this. I'm gonna roll this for you right now. You can see a little bit what I'm talking about. This might be the whole Eat the Poo Poo, and this is like 3:35, so I'm not going to play the whole Eat the Poo Poo, but I'll play enough that you get the vibe of how much fun she had with us that night. This is Ari Jean on No Filter from last Tuesday, doing the Eat the Poo Poo.
Poo poo, motherfucker! Eat the poo poo!
Yeah, so internet connection can eat the poo poo. a great time. Like I said, that's like 3 minutes, 40 seconds long, so I wasn't going to play the whole thing, although I was getting into it. This is great. What's up, Acid Dust? Yeah, it was great. So, I really like that it makes me feel good to have somebody feel good about themselves and feel open about themselves. I'm glad that she enjoyed herself and everybody enjoyed it. Justice says, eat the poo-poo. You got to eat the poo-poo. So we hope she comes back on any of our shows again. She was always great to say. She was nice enough to say that Sports Heads was one of her favorite shows on the Shuley Network. And I think probably in hindsight for the same reason, because we weren't that drama show.
Yeah. Oh, Jake usually leaves when that song comes on, because he usually like what do you call it, like simul streaming, where he usually leaves because he doesn't want to have any issues. I guess he thinks it's really going to hurt his channel with that "Eat the Poo Poo" song. So I think that's what Hidden Sneaky's talking about.
Yeah, and sometimes
I think at that point he was not.
No, I think he just popped in because Ari was there spontaneously, unplanned. You know.
Well, we were having issues getting Jake on that night. Shout out to the 20 people that are watching us live. We love you all on BF Live, Coffee and Pods Midday Hang. Yeah, Jake was in the chat, and we were like, come on back, Jake, come on back. And then Ari Jane was working him in the chat, and that seemed to be the thing that brought him back to the show.
Exactly. Yeah.
And yeah, you're right. A lot of times, I think his attention span is not that great, so he won't sit through a whole song or something that isn't about him. So he'll just kind of check out until he can find his next spot. But he did stay on there, so I think he has like a special bond with Ari Jane. So we welcome her back anytime she wants to come on and hang out with us and feel comfortable doing so. We welcome that. So shout out Ari Jane. Hope you see this afterwards, because I know you had to run off.
We're planning a ladies show, and she's supposed to be on it.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Now, I only heard about this because I just happened to be doing some production one night, and I was watching your show, and you said, "Hey, I might be starting up a all ladies show, and we might do it on the Andrew No Filter with Andrew and Friends channel." And also,
and it might be just a one-time thing, but we'll see how it goes. It's just getting together and just having fun like that, like how Ari was there.
Yeah, you're right, and I think that's good, and I think that maybe there is a lane for that, because we've talked about the differences and how men and women are perceived in podcasting and how they're treated and on. So yeah, doing a show and showing some different things, I think could be a real fun, interesting thing, and it'll give you ladies opportunity to steer the shows the way you want and talk about the things you like.
Yeah, I'm making some unique T-shirt designs that'll be interesting to see too when we do that show.
Ooh, yeah, I thought I heard some of the names that people were throwing out. Is like, is that what you're talking about? Some of the
the title, boobs talking about boobs, I think is what we're gonna call it.
Oh, that's a good one.
There's a T-shirt design that I guess we'll say it accentuates the chest area.
Yes, it does.
Does it have like lines under the boobs or something?
It's the way the words are like formed around the areas.
Okay, I see. All right. Cool. We'll look for that real soon, because Stormee's always cranking out some new cool stuff, so I know that it'll be good no matter what it is. Oh, look, she says yes. There you go. I would love that. A place for the ladies to hang out. Yeah. And then it'll be a bunch of fucking guys in there kind of messing it up.
Yeah,
probably.
That's kind of the purpose of the shirts, though, to kind of make a joke about why some guys might be watching.
Right.
Well, yeah, I don't think it's no great marketing secret that it is part of the motivation for some guys to do a lot of things in life. Yeah, so I don't think nobody would fault you for that. So let's see. All right. Well,
I know. Why I'll be watching for your minds.
Really? Let's check with the judges on that one. Oh no, they're not buying that shit, Bobbynic. They said no, they're not buying that shit. Yes, look at that. See, you got sounds fun, Stormee. There you go. See,
we've got some good, fun ideas to incorporate. I think it will be a lot of fun. And Shayna, I'm hoping she can be on there too, because I've got some stuff planned for her. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
That'd be great. We have our own little family fun network of ourselves. People bust on Shuley for being a network or not. We are a network. We're a network of shows and families and friends. And the reason all these shows work and they have so much support is because we're all you people in the chat, and this is what we do for each other with the love we show for each other. So I'm looking forward to that. Anything new you put out, that'd be great. like I was about to say, it's about coming up on the 2 o'clock hour here on the East Coast. Coming up on 2-hour show here. So I have a little piece of internet shit I'm going to share with you. Just have one piece this week that I was going to share with you. This one's particularly interesting. Let's roll this a little bit. Oh, yes, internet shite. This is where I like to bring a little something, whether it be a piece of video or a picture. Share it with you. So I have this kind of interesting tweet today I'm going to share with you. I don't know how this happened or why. I think it's very interesting. BF's internet shite for you today. Check this out. So this is a ceiling fan. I want you to concentrate on the top part of the ceiling fan where the globe is. There's going to be some activity coming out around the fan and trying to get on the fan blade. So check this out. For those of you on a small screen, there is a snake coiled around the top of this fan.
Oh, shit!
That is a snake coming out of the ceiling. Now he's going to attempt to ride across the fan blades and... Oh!
Oh, my God.
I'll let this roll a couple times because it takes a minute to really see what's coming from where. But the snake is slowly coming out of the ceiling over top of a ceiling fan, if you're not watching this. Then the snake is trying to... This snake was trying to glide across the blades of a moving ceiling fan, and the snake gets slung into the individual that's recording it. Imagine that shitty luck. Not only do you have a snake coming out of your ceiling, you're recording it, and the son of a bitch hits you in the face.
That's not like a little snake either. Oh,
It is not. That is a 5-foot snake easily, Stormee. So that was it with that. Wow.
I hate snakes.
wow.
Wow. So yeah. So I put a lot of stuff in my pre-package today, but I had that one little special thing. And I figured I'd treat that like BF's internet show because that was a little special funky piece. It wasn't necessarily funny to put in the package, it was more kind of interesting.
I still got the chills. I can't I can't even talk right now. I mean,
Now I'm gonna have to go back and clip that reaction we all had.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to see that because I might have been producing and not paying attention.
My face, I think, went 10 directions at once.
Yeah, I mean, a snake being flung at you like that too. Oh my God.
It took me a minute to even figure out what was going on at first. And then you start seeing the snake flopping off the top of the fan blades. And then, then you're figuring, well, how much worse can it get? He's on there, he'll get flung. But not only does the snake get flung, he got flung at the guy holding the camera. I mean, that's your worst fear, right? You're trying to stay away from the snake. You're going to okay, I'm going to record you, but I don't want to be anywhere near your ass. And he gets flung at him. So I just thought that was an interesting piece of shit. Let's see.
God. That's nuts.
Terry Nee says about your lady show, discuss all the pillows on the bed. It's baffling. Why all the pillows? I can't even get to the bed. All the pillows on the bed. What is that? One. You only got one head. Why do you need 1,000 pillows? LOL, Terry Nee. Okay, like that. And of course, Paul Parade like that. He says exactly. See, we hit to the smash the smash and hit that like button. You heard my sister. Please, when you're back out of here, hit the like. Please subscribe to my YouTube page, BF Bobby Fran. It's perfectly free. If you see my pinned tweet and you can give some money in lieu of super chats, that's always appreciated too. Thank you, Stormee. Just threw it up in there. Look at his timing. See, we just did it connectively like that. We didn't even plan that shit. But there you go. Smash the smash. Smash those donor links if you can. You might have noticed I fooled some of you people. Obnoxious John and shout out. Carlos Danger. You might have noticed that I taped a segment with Andrew over the weekend, and I made part of it. My damn internet, I swear, this Ethernet cable doesn't matter. I would do an Arnold, but lost my train of thought. Train of thought derailed. There you go. There's Stormee's links. Hit them up too. Stormee's throwing all the links or any links you want to hit up would be greatly appreciated. My internet being off.
Yeah, I think you were talking about Andrew.
Oh, thank you. Yes. What's up, OJ? I see it. Yes, we were talking about Andrew, and I did the pre-tape today. it ended up being 17 minutes long. So it was a little long to make part of the pre-roll. So that's why I made part of it. So I'm going to wrap up the show with a little theme music and whatever. But then right after that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll to end the show. I'm going to roll the entire Monday mini sports heads with my boy Andrew. So for anyone staying around past the 2 o'clock hour, just know that I thank you. I appreciate you for joining me here every Monday. Me and Stormee and Scott when he's here and Bobbynic. This is great. I love seeing my family and the support that I feel when you guys show up in the feed and have fun with me. It just lets me know I'm on the right path, and I love all you guys for being here. So for those of you that stick around, please do so and watch. It's about 16 minutes or so. We did a full thing. We covered like three or four little mini stories, and you get a little Monday taste of Andrew. Since he can't be here, he has to be for his program today. So he wanted to get on here, so I think I found a little way to get Andrew some daytime time. Please subscribe to Andrew. Go to No Filter and Friends. Go to No Filter and Friends, y'all. No Filter and Friends on YouTube, and please subscribe. That's also free too, and help him hit his next subscriber plateau.
That wasn't planned either. I just posted that link. I swear that wasn't planned.
Boom! See,
There you go.
it's called synergy. It's when you work together and you think alike, and you don't even have to say anything. All the links are in there. Please, anything you would like to buy or donate we would certainly appreciate all of it. I'm Dr. John. I see OJ, and I like to use his version of By the Way.
Yeah, that's the best one. The classic.
Hey, OJ. I see OJ, and you get a sideways smiley face from Dirty Dalish. Shouting back to Dirty Dalish. Stormee's putting all the links out there and everything. There you go. We appreciate everybody being here. Stick around. So for Bobbynic, what's that?
Lost just popped in.
Lost.
Just made it. We were talking about you. I wonder if it's ringing.
All good things.
Yeah, Lost. Real quick, I was talking about how funny it was this morning. If you call it Morning BS Show, I know it was your favorite topic. They were covering wrestling and the dark side of the ring. So we mentioned you, but right now, Lost, we're going to wrap up this show, and I'm going to roll a mini Sports Heads Monday version at the end of the show. Jerry Lehane says, Fran, thank you, Jerry Lehane, and everybody for supporting us. So stay tuned after the 2 o'clock hour, which we're already past. Watch the special mini Monday Sports Heads. There'll be a BS show on tonight, and catch me on No Filter with Andrew and Friends tomorrow night at 7 p.m. East.
That's
so
right.
For my friend Bobbynic, and for my friend and co-host Stormee, I'm the man, Bobby BF Fran. Peace and love, and we'll see you next time we see you. And a reminder to laugh every day. Enjoy life, everybody. I'm going to roll this Andrew Monday Mini Sports Heads. You enjoy the rest of your day and the rest of your week. Oh, I did it. It's coming, people. Get them last comments in here. Red Bob Levy Code says, thanks for the show. Great show, guys. Happy I caught it live this week. Yeah, Jenna. Good seeing you. The Dirty Dailies. Have a good one. Carrie, my friend. Peace and love. You guys are the best. Glad we caught you at the end, my lost interest. Okay. Did I cue it up? I'll end. Got the audio?
Yep.
All right, well, I'm going to put you all backstage. So I'm going to run the feed now, so I'm going to say goodbye to you now, and I'll talk to you guys in Messenger in the chat, everybody. Thank you. Stormee, Bobbynic.
Let the games begin.
Good afternoon, everybody. Happy Monday. It is your Monday
Happy
mini
Monday, everyone.
Monday mini sports head. We figured out a way to get Andrew on the Monday show. How you doing today, brother?
Good.
All right. We decided that we wanted to add a segment to my BF Live kind of laugh every day show. And Andrew is our boy, and he always wants to come on live, but he goes to his program during the day, the work program. And also, he's not always available. So I said, we're going to do a little pre-tape, and we're going to do a Monday mini sports heads so people can have some Andrew love during the week. All right, Andrew? Hey, bro, so we were talking about, we said, hey, let's see what the hottest stories are over the weekend. And I talked to you earlier about this NHL fight last night. So it's the Stanley Cup Finals. The Vegas Knights were up 2-1. So it was critical that the Florida Panthers were trying to really win this game and tie the series 2-2. I'm going to show you some video from the third period as the game ends, and it kind of gets kind of really rough here. So let me go ahead and share this right now. This was a really kind of brutal ending to the game, and you see how these series get real serious. Check this out.
Here's Montour to the far circle, back out, 10 seconds. Ronhart fires, it's blocked. That's got to be a broken stick.
Watch particularly around the goalie at the end of the game, Andrew.
Save made by Hill. Bennett looking for the puck. Comes out in front.
Look, they're still slapping away. Look, the goalie gets up. Look, he just starts going hard. This is at the whistle, bro.
The Golden Knights win it, 3-2.
Fights breaking out all over the place.
Guys, Bennett and Carlson down on the ice.
Look, he's got his stick around the back of his neck, Andrew. What do you think about that shit? Look. He was like trying to wrench his helmet off his head, bro. People in the crowd are throwing shit on ice. It got out of hand real quick. Look, he's still beating guys with his stick. With their shit, throwing water bottles and shit. That's just uncalled for.
There should be suspensions and or fines.
Yeah, Andrew, this is a particularly brutal fight at the end of a losing effort. And this guy, Kachuk, he was the guy that had the stick around the guy's neck, wrenching his helmet. Here's some more replay. Watch your lower left-hand part of the screen near the goalie.
But watch him in front of the net, too white. The puck's going to work itself back to the front of the net. He has no stick, and Kachuk has it. And
look at this. And then here, look. The whistle blows. Look, this is how close. Look at that. He was a skate away. Look, these guys are trying to knock it in, Andrew, at the end of the game to force overtime. Here's your overhead shot. Tried to move it around them. Great positioning by that goalie. And then it just goes all to hell. Look at the goalie come out like a bull.
Breaks loose. You had a wrestling match in
The goalie had no shits given. He was like, time to throw down, assholes.
We want to thank Bleacher Report for that video. That's their stuff. But yeah. So what did you think about that ending last night, bro? I saw that. I was like, whoa.
There should be fine and or suspensions.
Maybe, because that was particularly brutal. It was at the end of the game. And we've talked about this in other episodes of the Full Sports Heads, that there's a fine line between sports violence and actual violence, Andrew. And some of these more brutal fights and cases have led to like criminal charges and all. So we'll have to see if anything comes from that. The hockey guys are hardy people in general, but I do suspect there might be some kind of suspension coming for that wrenching the stick around the neck, Andrew, because I know the league don't take too kindly to using the stick in a violent way like that. You know, slapping with a stick and yanking a guy around his neck is two different things. So, but that was cool. So, Andrew, you wanted to talk about your favorite baseball team. Tell me about your favorite baseball team and what's going on with them, bro.
The Brewers are losing to the A's this weekend. This weekend was a horrible weekend for the Brewers. They lost to the worst team in the league 2 games in a row. Would this be ramifications of firing Craig Counsell?
Craig Counsell's the current manager, right?
Yep.
Yeah, well, I don't know, bro. You know, there's a lot of tumult and a lot of issues going on in Oakland, and they've always had one of the lowest salaries in baseball, but they've always tend to do really good with it in the past, Andrew. But I think with all the commotion and probably the uncertainty around them moving to Las Vegas or not, I think it does kind of affect the team. And do you think it's affecting the team mentally? You think that's part of the problem? Yeah.
They only have 16 wins this season.
16, the Oakland A's, and they play in Oakland County Coliseum. It's like literally, I think probably one of the oldest in-use facilities in any professional sports. They've been using it since the 60s, if I'm not mistaken. They've used it for the A's. They've used it for the Raiders. It was part of the reason that the Raiders ultimately left Oakland, because they're not providing any stadium, so they're not a really good team. And so Andrew is a Brewers fan, and he's not too happy about them losing to the Oakland A's. So he's a little bit bummed out about that. Both of our teams have hit a little bit of a slump lately, Andrew. The Orioles gave up a couple series, although they're kind of turning it around. But Mullins is still hurt, but they're trying. They're bringing up some guys, and Orioles are always grinding, bro.
Have you noticed that more and more guys are throwing 100 as pitchers?
Yeah, I know that you're really big on that, bro. You're big on the 100-mile-an-hour plateau for these pitchers, and yeah, it's almost unnatural, and it's more common than it ever used to be. I do agree, but what do you also think about the ability of the hitters to been keeping up with this stuff, with these fastballs?
It's just, I wouldn't be able to see a baseball.
I know, bro. I've won 2 batting cages before, and when it gets up around 70, it gets hairy. It's like it's all just kind of reaction. You know, you see the release of the ball from the thing, and you better start swinging. So you have a lot more respect for baseball players if you ever step into a batting cage and just try to hit something that's 50, 60, or 70 miles an hour. But Andrew, hopefully your Brewers are turning around real soon, and they'll be playing some better baseball for you. Were you watching the Brewers or were you watching the Orioles game exclusively on Apple Baseball the other day?
Yeah.
Yeah, because my wife said she was looking for the game, and she said she couldn't find it. We don't have Apple Baseball, but you get every baseball game, don't you?
Yeah.
That's right, because that's Andrew. He's the human sports sticker, and that's why we're here on a Monday, mini sports heads. Giving you that Monday love, Andrew. Andrew, you and I are wrestling fans, and a new wrestling show is starting this weekend, and there's a lot of excitement around it based on one of the matches and the people coming back. Tell everybody what's going on.
CM Punk is going to make an appearance because it's in Chicago.
That's right. CM Punk is from Chicago, Chicagoland area, and he's a big Chicago guy. So tell everybody that the reason it's significant that CM Punk is returning. This is his return to AEW. Give some people the background of why this is significant, Andrew.
He basically caused a big stir up between the Elite and Kenny Omega. Tell me if I forget.
Yeah, it was like the whole Elite, Kenny Omega, Young Bucks thing. And what happened is that Punk was reestablishing himself in professional wrestling after leaving the WWE, and he was on a good bit of a run, and I think maybe his ego or attitude was getting the better of him. And after one of these pay-per-views, he kind of went off and lashed out on the locker room and was getting real about some talk about some of the wrestlers in the back. And to the extent that these people took it quite personally because he was talking down the locker room during a live press conference with Tony Khan, the owner of AEW. And I think you're good, Andrew. We can hear you, bro. You tied up there? What's going on? This is Andrew always wrestling his microphone. We got what's going on, bro? Who's winning? You or the microphone?
It's good now.
Good now? All right. Let's see. Let's see what Alexa has to say.
You are watching Monday Mini Sports Heads.
That's right. You are watching Monday Mini Sports Heads. Yeah, so CM Punk was talking down the locker room to the extent that when he got done with this press conference, the locker room some of the guys were ready for him, and there was a big fight with the Elite, Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, and Don Callis and all that, and it ended up leading to suspensions. And the Young Bucks, they ended up losing their 6-man tag team belts, right? People were stripped of belts and everything because of CM Punk.
The trio.
The trios, that's right. I call it 6-man. They call it trios in the AEW. It's a 6-man tag team belt. So all of that commotion happened. CM Punk caused all this shit. He also got injured that night and was already going to be out for a long time anyway. There was some talk where if Punk would ever wrestle again or wrestle with AEW again, but he is coming back. He's coming back in a 6-man tag match. I guess to ease him back in. He's going to be with FTR. He's going to be teamed up with the tag team champions FTR, and he's going to go against Juice Robinson, Jay White, and Samoa Joe. So that should be interesting, huh, Andrew?
Yep. It's gonna be probably a shit storm of a tag team match.
Yeah, well, I think this is kind of, they're going for the ratings. They're going to go for the draw because Punk's coming back. And, when a guy's come back from a long suspension or whatever, being off a long time, this is a good way to ease them back in so they don't have to take like every rep in the match, and do like a solo match, because that's a lot harder. So we're looking for, that's coming up when, Andrew? This Saturday, right? This coming up Saturday, June 17th, right?
The 17th.
It's live Saturday, June 17th at 8 p.m. exclusively on TNT television. So we're looking forward to that, because me and Andrew are wrestling heads and sports heads.
Is Dark going to be exclusively on Warner Brothers streaming service?
I'm having a hard time keeping up with everything because I know ROH has like its own streaming service, and Tony's constantly changing the game. But I'll be curious where all the streaming ends up. I'm not really up on that, Andrew. All right, and for our last little story for our Monday mini Sports Heads segment, I found this really cool story of Conor McGregor. Andrew, we watched this before we started rolling. Tell everybody what I'm about to show them.
I think the mascot actually landed in the hospital after this.
Did he? I didn't do no follow-up reporting, but this is Conor McGregor at between had like a little timeout or something. They were doing a little entertainment. Conor McGregor, the famous MMA boxer, was there. It's the Heat against the Nuggets in the finals, and Conor McGregor apparently is involved with fighting like a mascot during one of these little timeouts, and this is the result. Check this out.
Since we're going to be in the house, our mascot walks around here with a championship belt of his own. Apparently he wants some.
And then he hits him again while he's on the ground.
Hey, you're going to need some title yourself, baby. Hey, Brainiac, you put the title on. Put that title on. You'll be all right.
Now he's like giving him the spray. They're dragging him off the floor.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Let's go, Heat.
He's getting booed. I think Conor went a little hard in the paint there, Andrew. What do you think, bro? What do you think about that?
He takes MMA too real.
Yeah, bro. It's like, I don't even know if I'd want to do like a fake pick with him, because like, I don't know. He does look like that guy that, like, does he understand that I'm just a mascot and he ain't really supposed to kick my ass? But that was really cool. But that was a lot of fun. All right, Andrew. Well, since it is a mini Monday, mini Sports Heads, what are you going to do with the rest of the day today, bro?
Well, I have other stuff to do.
Other stuff to do? Well, that's good. Well, you want to tell everybody, let's wrap up this show because we're coming up on 15 minutes on running on this. And since it is a mini Sports Head Monday and you don't normally get to be on air at this time, what do you want to say to everybody? And where can they find you, Andrew?
Thanks for watching. And I'm on No Filter Andrew and Friends Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Yes, he is. That's right. And now, because we captured you on Monday, we even got Andrew on Monday. So we hope you all join this little Monday mini Sports Head segment. See if we can make this a regular part of the program. It's always nice hanging out with Andrew and finding time to hang out with my bro. So for my boy Andrew, who you can see on No Filter, like he said, you can also catch me on No Filter on Tuesdays. That's going to be one of my regular days on No Filter. But you know where to catch us on BF Bobby Fran on YouTube, or you can catch us on No Filter with Andrew and Friends. So for the Human Sports Ticker, Andrew, I'm the man, BF Bobby Fran. We want to say peace and love, and we hope you enjoyed this special episode of Monday Mini Sports Heads. Take care, peace and love, and we'll see you next time we see you. Peace and love, everybody. And remember, laugh every day.